Mr. Logic, baby. Call me Mr. Logic. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, rubbing it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, using the breaststroke, calling it the breaststroke. If you don't know me, I can tell you about me. I've been doing this for years. Can't nobody stop me. I use my hand, my fingers, my tongue, and dick and all and all. I know that you want it all. You can pick one or pick you all. Baby, I can make you come out all over. Lay you on your back and don't wanna turn over. I can make you wanna come back for more and more. Really, for sure, for sure. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, rubbing it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, using the breaststroke, calling it the breaststroke. One day, a lady from California called me. She said she need a massage and she feeling horny. She said she needs someone to give her all the special services she needs. I said, oh, yes indeed. She said she wants someone to go deeper, 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 deeper with pressure. Using your tongue and your fingers. She wants to enjoy all that you have to give. Giving her body chills. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, rubbing it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, using the breaststroke, calling it the breaststroke. Do you mind if I touch you all over your body? When you're touching me, all over my body, you wanted me more and more, wanted me more and more. Squeezing tight, slower and slower, squeezing slower and slower. Long and soft breaststrokes, squeezing her hands while she doing the most. You said calm down, you're making too much noise. This is reminding her of using sex toys. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, licking it down. Licking it down, baby. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, rubbing it down. Licking it fuck the DBA. Chatting with me, fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Dumb bitch asses. Fuck the DBA. To the ladies in the sector, shake that ass, 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 shake that ass. To them ladies in the sector, shake that ass, shake that ass, shake that ass, shake that ass, and just shake it real fast. Bitch ass nigga named Alan Logic. Yeah, we know you LGBT in the closet. Yeah, motherfucker, yeah, we say it to your face. Motherfucker can't even keep a care of me. Woo! Bitch ass nigga named Alan Logic. Yeah, we know you LGBT in the closet. Yeah, motherfucker, yeah, we say it to your face. Motherfucker can't even keep a care of me. Woo! Fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Chatting with me. Fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Dumb bitch asses. Fuck the DBA. To the ladies in the sector, shake that ass, 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 shake that ass. To them ladies in the sector, shake that ass, shake that ass, shake that ass, shake that ass, and just shake it real fast. Pissy ass nigga named KIP. Crying ass nigga named motherfucking P. You see him on the panel, yeah, they talking about me. Yeah, you see him in the sector, yeah, they talking about D. Pussy ass nigga, silly ass nigga, old ass worn out dumb ass nigga. You see him all around in the motherfucking sector. They mad that they can't be the Godfather. Fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Chatting with me. Fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Fuck the DBA. Dumb bitch asses. Fuck the DBA. That they all love to hate. Fuck the damn chat, nigga. I say this okay. Shut up. Motherfuckers want the good guys to come back. Wanna beef with real niggas cause they channel whack. At the church sector in a motherfucking frenzy. Crazy ass nigga KOM tried to see. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. The sector wanna see a new beef every week. Especially from new niggas that wanna beef with me. Some say it's fun and some say it's hard. Trigger the bitch nigga, so he exposed the void. Took a trip to Vegas and we was Vegas lit. The haters saw the videos and they say ain't that a bitch. Left the damn sector, said my rivals tried to take my title. How the hell you try to take my title? I ain't got no fucking rival. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. Came for my motherfucking fucking certifications came from my license and they came from my accreditation. All the fucking hating don't stop. The Godfather still came on top. Motherfuckers wanna take me down. Wanna see my dollars go from up and then down. The Godfather gon' win anyway. I end the fucking year with fuck the DBA. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. 2022 was a bitch. All a nigga wanna do is this. Gotta make that money. What's up the speed? Easy. Hate niggas like. 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 Welcome, everybody. This is your Black YouTube therapist, the Godfather, aka Coach D. Darrell Spears, here once again. Haven't been live in a few days. Definitely been enjoying myself. My birthday weekend I'm 46 years young now. Basically had a good time. Went to Lake Charles, Louisiana. Went back to my home state. Went gambled my ass off for the weekend. Basically didn't lose, didn't win. Basically lost on Friday, won all my money back on Saturday. Then I brought my ass back to Texas today. Chilling. Had a good time though. Ate good, drunk good, had some good Louisiana daiquiris, singing, dancing, chilling, just enjoying having a good time with me and my wifey, and everything was all good. So we're gonna have a good one today, man. And I talked to We On Lock about this before I decided to do this video. And We On Lock wanted me to go in on Chocolate Earth Foundation, which I'm not going to do. What I will do is talk about the inefficacies of her as a business person, her as an entrepreneur, owner of the Chocolate Earth Foundation. I'm going to give you the history of how I've come to find out about this lady, because I've been knowing about her for a while. And so, unfortunately, the video that I really wanted from We On Lock, I was unable to get. And it was a video called Let's Be Clear. And Let's Be Clear was a video that We On Lock took down. And he put it in his members only. And I'm not a member of his. I don't have a membership with him. And that video is really the video that we need to see. And I may decide to revisit this particular topic. And I'm going to probably go ahead and become a member and just support my brother just because, so that I can actually show that video, or at least do the or at least show the audio of what transpired. Because yes, he did a recent video. He's done several videos with her. She has been on We On Lock channel. Chocolate Earth has been on his channel many times. Okay? I'm not talking about just a few times talking. She has been on his channel multiple times. And every time, she talked a great deal about the Chocolate Earth Foundation, about farming, and she wanted to, grow the crops and all this other different stuff. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as a person who's from the South, who grew up in an agricultural culture in central to South Louisiana, where I actually learned how to plant corn. I actually learned
how to grow all types of fruit, okra, butter beans, snap beans. I mean, I did all that kind of shit as a kid. And the reason why is because I grew up in a small town with about 2,000 people, and I know good farmland. And why would anybody want to go to fucking Arizona, the driest, poorest land in the fucking country, to plant any goddamn thing? Please let me know. The driest fucking unfertile ass land in the country, besides New Mexico. Why would you want to go to that state to plant anything? Number one. But before I get to all of that, and I'm gonna send the link out so people can come and chop it up with me. Man, I tried to get the video I wanted from Will Unlock. He sent me the link to this, but I'm gonna have to become a member, and you only can be a member on a goddamn on your computer or a Android phone, which I didn't know. And I'm gonna, damn, I can't even share this. I can't even share the link that he sent me. But he basically, gave me the information. I guess he thought that I could look it up, and I couldn't, unfortunately. But before I get started, let me give a shout out to the people that's in the chat, because we're going to have a good one today. Shout out to Propane, Conscious Energy in the house. What's up, Hood Conservative, man? I've been watching you from the clouds, nigga. You funny as hell. What's up, the fraud Nick Charlton, the Godmother? How you doing, baby? RZA Lyricist, one of my day ones. Miss Sunkiss, how you doing? She say, happy birthday. How old are you again? 85. My opinion. How you doing, baby? See everybody up in here. Who else up in here? Black Einstein Production. Carrie Ann. She say, please donate to my animal farm. I brought half an acre by the garbage dump, and I'm going to raise horses and cows. Damn near, because Arizona has infertile land. Just straight up. What's up, LV? Man, y'all clowning. I see Carrie Ann clowning right now. Ms. T. say, thanks for gracing the show today. Make a change. What's up, man? Who else up in here? Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, Godmother. She said, Carrie Ann, I got $1 to donate to your farm, but I'm going to need a promissory note for a payback by the 1st. Man, I'm going to get into all that shit. What's up, Ray Triggs? Maserati Triggs. That's the new name. You got the guy to start calling him Maserati Triggs in the house. Sue us. Officer Pillsbury. He said, I just want to say that I support all the queens who can talk to a man out of their money without giving up the cookie. Y'all got game. I hear you on that. What's up, Femi from the chat? I say, DC, I'm looking at some land, but in Delaware. Okay. Good afternoon, Godfather. What's up, Terry, the Notary Republic? Appreciate y'all for coming in, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate all of y'all for coming in. But listen, man, we gonna definitely talk about this. And I could not get access to the video because, see, the video that T pre-showed was the aftermath. See, what We Unlock showed the other day was not the video you all really need to see. Because that video, because see, I actually followed this kerfuffle, but I never really wanted to talk about it because, that just wasn't shit that I just looked at her just straight up being a scammer. I looked at her straight up as not knowing the fucking business, not knowing real estate, not knowing legal business. This is a lady, and I'm going to say this, and listen, And if you're listening, Chocolate Earth Foundation, I can't do business with broke people. You are broke. First and foremost, fuck everything else as it relates to the guy that basically scammed you. Okay? Fuck all of that. You are broke. And I think that people must understand you cannot do business with broke people. You cannot do business with broke people. You can't. You can spin it whatever fucking way you want. You cannot do business with broke people. You can't. And this is the reason why you can't do business with broke people. Because broke people will always stay broke, and they don't. If you cannot handle your own personal finances, how the hell are you going to operate a nonprofit? And how the hell you're going to operate the influx of capital and the output of capital in a business? And you want to know, and see, again, the video that I want to show would give me so much justice because it will show the ineptitude of this woman not knowing business, not knowing how to handle money, not understanding the legalities. She was functioning just on the fact that some guy that she was partnering up with was going to control everything, manipulate everything. The guy actually sold a fucking property underneath her fucking nose, and she glossed over that shit. Damn, I wish I had that video. She actually admitted in this video that the guy, that the original parcel or plot that she wanted to buy, the guy actually called her back and said he sold the land to somebody else. This is facts. This is facts. This is facts. And man, and so right now I'm texting Will Lock now trying to see if he got other videos because I saw at least 3 or 4. Matter of fact, I was on a panel with her probably months ago when she was on Will Lock's channel talking about she had all these grandiose ass ideas about we want a community garden, and I want to build this thing for our community. We're going to have our own food. We're going to grow this. We're going to grow that. We're going to grow all these things. We're going to make money for the community. We're going to build our own utopia, Negro utopia. We're going to do all of these great things for the community. This will be the foundation of a new Black community, and we're going to do this. And I just need people to help donate to the Chocolate Earth Foundation. And I was like, this. Okay, I hear you. It sounds good. I need more information. She came back on again talking about the Chocolate Earth Foundation, of why she wants to do this. This is her calling. And so this is the perspective that I'm coming from, because I fucks with Will Lock. You all know I go on Will Lock channel a lot, more than probably most people do in the sectors. And I go on the panel sometime. Matter of fact, I got some content I got to do about some things. And I've done some before in the past with Will Lock and people that's on this panel. And this lady talked about this project over and over and over again. And in my position, we cannot compare this shit to the FDMG account. I'm sorry. We can't do it. That's a losing battle if you want to compare this shit to the Umar Johnson FDMG Academy. We can't do that. These are two totally different projects with totally different dynamics. But what I can say for this, she is wholeheartedly following the guidance of a infamous man that nobody fucking knows, who's supposed to be over this shit. And this man actually sold a property underneath her, and she just looked over that shit. That was a guy on the panel. I forgot the guy's name, heavyset guy. That actually was a person that does business with Raw B. Shout out to Raw B, because Raw B was on the panel too. And for some of you all that know Raw B, I've been knowing Raw B for years. And they came out with the goddamn promissory notes. They came out with the contracts. The guy said the shit don't make no sense and this shit is not legal. Somebody is scamming. And he was as serious as fucking day. This guy buys real estate everywhere. Not only that, there was a realtor came up on the panel and said this shit was not legit. That was a realtor. The name of the video is Let's Be Clear. The realtor, it was Raw B, gave her questions, had her reservations. The other guy, that's the business guy, who told Raw B not to fuck with this. Then there was a female black realtor, black lady, who's a realtor from, I think she's from the East Coast, I think, who does real estate for a living, question the shit that was done. And you know what happened? When everybody questioned her and told her that she was being taken advantage of and that what this guy was doing was not right, she refused to listen. I want you all to listen to this. I want you all to listen to this shit. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna show y'all, because I'm gonna go ahead and screen share. Okay. I'm gonna screen share this shit. You see on the screen here? I don't know how much of this that because I was traveling when the Godmother went live about this. The guy name was Williams. Ebo Man Williams, I think. I can barely see it. It's the guy at the bottom. This is Chocolate to the right. We Unlock is here on the top left. And I want you to listen to this silly ass conversation where people were trying to look out for her best interest, and she refused to listen. This is why you cannot do business with broke ass niggas. You cannot do business with people that don't understand business. How the fuck you trying to do business and you damn near homeless? You don't even have a place to stay. You trying to take advantage of the kindness of We Unlock and others. You don't even have the basic fucking necessities. Are you serious? Yeah, E-Man Williams. I want you to listen to this.
Chocolate, because everybody's thinking that the word on the street is I backed up, maybe because I didn't have.
You said you can't hear it. You said you can't hear anything. Hold on. You say you can't hear anything? Okay, hold on.
Like that, going into detail. I told you that I do business in the real estate world a lot. I'm currently in the process of looking at buying more property. Anytime I do something, I reach out to a lawyer, because I'm not a lawyer. I reach out to my real estate agent and I say, hey, this is the deal that we're looking at doing. Do you see any red flags? I was really transparent with y'all.
I have a question for you. Is Is E the man Williams legit?
Yes, he is.
Is E the man Williams legit? Yes or no? I spoke to Mr. Williams vis-a-vis by, what was it? Zoom. I spoke to him by Zoom. And then we were trying to handle some business then. He has shown me, just like Ross showed me some properties and showed me how the business works. I'm not great at customer service, but I will say this. The business is legit, straight up. So E-Man ain't fucking around. He's got a legit business. Why would I lie about that? Why would she lie about that?
Chocolate, I don't know if you remember, but I said this deal was a lot of red flags. The guy was pretty shady, in my opinion. That's 100% my opinion. Chocolate have the right to do business with whoever she wants to.
But to say,
Well,
okay.
We can show the website. Do you want to show his website? I can show.
Yes, I can share the website. We can pull up the contract. We can pull up the emails. We can.
Okay, let me stop right there. Because this guy, E-Man, is actually legit. He is legit. Now, We Unlock took it off of members only. We Unlock, I'm gonna definitely give you a nice cash app for doing that, because I know you didn't have that to do. But I'm definitely gonna send you a nice little cash app for taking that off of members only. And also, once I finish this live, you can, if you want, put it back on members only, because I'm not trying to disrupt your business. I just wanted, I didn't know whether, I thought it was still available so that I could, so that I could actually talk about this in full detail. But I'm gonna definitely cash out you, brother. Appreciate you for doing that. I'm gonna send you something right now. I'm seeing We Unlock a nice little cash app for doing that. Sending that right now. Appreciate it, brother. Then I'm gonna send the link so that anybody want to come up and chop it up with me. Better yet, I'm gonna go ahead and send the link now, because I want people to be up here who have their reservations about this to watch this video, because this is the video that caught my attention. So if anybody want to get the link, please get the link and watch this along with me. We Don't Like You free to do so too. Godmother, I definitely would like to hear your input on watching this video, because this is the video that caught my eyes. This is the one most people didn't see this, because We Don't Like took this video down. And so, as you can see, I was there for this particular video. You see me there. You see E. You see Robbie to the top right. I don't know the other guy. Anybody else that want to come up, y'all can come up. This is the video that I wanted to critique. This is the video that I wanted to critique. Okay, now, which it talks about, it kind of starts where I left out with the other one. Okay, but I'm gonna start here. But I came in around the latter half of the video. I came in towards the end. I came in around the hour. This was like a 2 hour. I came in like the last 30, 40 minutes of the fucking video. And so I had a different perspective. My perspective was based on that situation, because I saw the video in its entirety, and I saw how this lady refused to listen to the people who were trying to tell her better. Listen to this.
What is happening here?
Well, here's the thing. Without going into any further detail,
Right.
I think you really need some help.
Yes.
I can't be the one to let me. Oh, okay. Too much 411. But anyway, I can't. I can't necessarily say I can't be the one that helps people all the time because I have
Gotcha.
stuff on me too,
Right.
and I have struggles of my own. But
Exactly.
it clearly shows that you do need some type of covering. You do need some type of help, and I would love to.
See, the problem is I'm gonna say this, Will Lock. I think Will Lock, you was beating around the bush with her. And I think, man, listen, I know you like to placate to the ladies and all that stuff. I don't think you're a simp because when I met you, you didn't give off simp vibes. But I think with women, certain women you're dealing with, particularly those that you care about and you have an affinity for, brother, you just got to straight up say the truth and keep it short, simple, and sweet. And they can handle it. They're grown adult ass women. You don't have to place it softly. They can take it, they can handle it, they can process it. And that's a problem. You was beating around the bush with just flat out telling her, you lend her money, Will Lock, which I knew about this. And there are other people that gave her money. When she first came onto YouTube doing this stuff, she sold a foundation wanting donations. Then you talk about buying his land. You don't acquire property through donations. You either invest or you buy it. You invest in property to become yours. Now, earlier, T-Pre talked about, is this donations or is it an investment? This is an investment. This is an investment. This is not donations. Nobody donates to a company to acquire anything. You donate because it's a cause. Now, I understand that. Other people understand that, but I don't think Chocolate understands that. And to me, the primary culprit in this is the guy, the infamous guy that's never around, who's actually guiding her through this. They tried to tell her the guy sold a property underneath her 2 weeks before she was supposed to have it. And she just basically moved past that like no big deal. Are you aware of that, T-Pre?
Yes. There was actually, from what I understood, there was 3 contracts. There was one that you're talking about, and then there was another one that I'm not clear about. But
right, there were multiple, and that's the thing.
Right.
The guy, E. Williams, or E-Man Williams, brought up, and another real estate person that I'm going to show on this video. I don't know if you watched this one called "Let's Be Clear."
I didn't get this one. Yeah.
See, this is the one. See, I knew the one that you did, but the reason why, and I shout out to Will Lock for releasing this video for me to watch, because this is actually the video that gives a clearer picture of why she's in the position she's in. You see, the one that you showed yesterday or earlier today, the other live stream, that was the aftermath of this video, which actually made everybody
of this video on that video, but he didn't show this video in its entirety. So
exactly.
I would like to see this video in its entirety.
Right. So I'm going to, there are certain timestamps that I'm going to use, because really for this one, I'm actually in this video, but I'm a minor part of this video. Like, I'm not going to even play, because I just was trying to figure out just support of Will Lock of what happened with this, because I don't want the brother to lose his money. Right. And things of that sort. But that was my purpose. And I just came up because Mr. E-Man Williams laid it out. The other black female real estate agent laid it out, and she refused to listen. And that's some of the stuff that I wanted to highlight. So I'm going to skim past this a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and let her talk.
Okay. That was a part of the conversation. In and out. Well, not the.
You said what?
I'm here, but I'm like in and out, so I'm listening.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem.
conversation with the particular person, but I felt that they felt that maybe I wasn't the tone, maybe. I'm not quite sure because I didn't get all of that. Hey E, what's up?
What's up? What's up? I heard I was.
Now, this is E-Man. This is E-Man Williams, who actually really exposed everything for what was wrong. He's the person that Robbie confided in. This is the person that Will Locke talked to. He's the person that does multiple real estate transactions and other business, full-fledged entrepreneur. He explained to her what was wrong, and she refused to listen. Now, I want you all to listen to this.
And it was based on a conversation him and I had. So, you know, what did I do wrong that you just stopped talking
Now, he's going to explain what she did wrong.
to me, period? Just because we didn't do business, that had nothing to do with what we were already doing. So
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know.
That's cool. Listen, so just I talked to Aaron. Me and Aaron had a deep conversation about it. Like, so it wasn't that we didn't have a conversation about it. But yeah, so we can show it. Like, we can walk through it. I have no problem walking through why I felt it was a bad deal.
Well, no, you can. I mean, you said that this man is sketchy. As I explained to you, and I don't know who wants to, but Locke, the man's name is Matt Nunn, and he's from Matt Nunn Land Sales. When my mother died in 2021.
So that's his name, Matt Nunn.
This man held my money from me for 2 years. And this is something I shared with either man. And I said, I'm going to trust a person who is willing to use the money that I had already invested in a piece of property, which I also sent him a copy of the original contract that I had dealt with. And then a third contract where he was with another company. And I said, this gentleman has been in the business for a grip. And so you did find that he lives on his lake house. He works from home. He has a family.
I went through the Better Business Bureau. I went through a whole lot of different things to try to find.
Wait, either man, that's not what you told me. You said.
Now, see, the guy was specifically pointing out things. And I know you played this and everybody saw this. But
Right.
every time this man gave out the facts of what he researched, she would interrupt and question him on things that you can actually look up and verify yourself. This is facts.
Yeah, she seemed very defensive. And
Very.
that was just ridiculous. Like, it's clear she's not very educated on all this, you know?
She's not. And to me, this is a problem in our community. This is why this, because see, when I first, because this actually happened 2 weeks ago. This video happened 2 weeks ago. I didn't want to do content on it because me and Locke was talking about some other stuff, some other things that we wanted to talk about, and I chose to not deal with this because I thought, bam, this was done. You're gonna move, but until I learned about, you know, the other aspects of it as far as what he financially did to help her and so forth, then that's when it changed for me, and so on. But the thing about it, she was on other channels and doing other stuff, trying to get more money.
What?
Yes, she's been on other platforms trying to get money.
So I knew about her being on, I knew about like with the Raw situation and her platform and whatnot, but you mean to tell me she's been on other platforms too?
She has been on YouTube trying to get money.
Oh my God. Like,
this is not, Will Locke is not the only place she's been. She even mentioned it on this video of her going on other places, trying to advertise this Chocolate Earth Foundation. She's been on social media trying to get people to put money in this, even despite what people told her today. I mean, 2 weeks ago, she still was adamant about this, the Michael Nunn guy, because I don't know what he did with her money or whatever that she has all this trust in.
I don't understand that either. Like, especially if he allegedly sold these properties. And I keep saying alleged because he could have just simply took her money right? And not sold anything. There couldn't have
That's
been.
exactly what I think he did.
Exactly.
I don't think
That's exactly what I
owns.
think happened.
I don't think he owns any of this stuff.
Any of this land.
But the problem is, Etherman Williams and other people tried to tell her different, and she refused to listen.
Yeah, I mean, the website itself tells me, like, if you look at this website, you know, no legitimate person is doing business like this.
No.
No.
For something you ain't never see.
You've never even stepped foot on the property. You've never even drove past the property. Like,
and I'm like this. Why would you pick Arizona as a place to farm land?
Right. Now, that can be, you know, it depends on where, right? Because
like,
northern Arizona, the climate is a little bit different.
Where's the fertile land in Arizona? I ain't never know if like, is there actual fertile land
in
Arizona?
You can grow crops, right? But she'd have to go through an extensive excavation on that land. There would have to be all kinds of stuff. The tilling of the land is what it would be, right?
Okay.
She could do it, but not like this.
What you're basically telling me, you're gonna have to spend more money to excavate that land as opposed if you was in Mississippi or Alabama or Louisiana. That's what I'm getting at.
Prepared for that. Yeah.
And see, my position is just because I come from a farming background, from family and stuff, and you can buy cheap land.
Oh yeah.
In Louisiana and Mississippi, dirt cheap.
Other places
you don't have to.
too.
So see, it's because that was the first thing that came up in my mind when I saw this. I'm like, why would you go to the Southwest of all places where it rains the least?
See, I think the idea at first, because she had originally talked about homesteading, right? Which can be done in Arizona. You can get like large acres of land for very cheap in Arizona. You can do that. But as far as what she's talking about growing, the kind of crops that she wants to grow, she would have to go through she'd have to get a different type of irrigation system and all kinds of stuff, which would cost her an extensive amount of money, as opposed to just buying land, like you said, in another place where the land is already prepared for that, right? Like in New Jersey, you know, this is closer to the beach. These are things where the land is just prepared for farming, you know?
Right. And so my position, I'm just looking at this from a common sense standpoint. And I know they're talking about the website and everything, but I wanted to show this video because this is the video again. And as I go further along, you will see more and more of what I'm talking about as far as how people tried to convince her otherwise. And I'm just going through time, and it's going to show that. Hey, Carrie Ann.
Hey.
Hey, anything you want to comment on so far before I move forward?
Well, you know, I've talked about this on 2 shows before. I actually asked her some questions on Eyes Panel. And the one question I wish I would have pressed her more on was how she's healthy enough to farm if she's not healthy enough to sew. Because she said she had to give up her allegedly successful sewing business because of her health. And if you can't sit at a sewing machine and sew, how are you supposed to farm?
Yeah, because farming is not easy work.
Yes, farming is hard work. I
don't think there's a lot of jobs you can list aside of being maybe a fireman or something. That would take more manual labor than being a farmer.
And you out there in 100-degree weather also.
Exactly.
Well, so she claims it's Northern Nevada. And I did have another fact to share because you just asked a good question. And I had raised this earlier about why, if you're homeless, why would you move to another state where you have no resources?
See, that was my thing.
Yeah.
And
I
can't understand, like, she didn't have any resources at all. Like, We on Lock had to give her all of her money to move across the country. That was
why wouldn't you take that money to put a down payment on a place to stay? And if somebody gives you a few $1,000s, most people, even if they've lost everything, could get a little place to stay, get a job until they figure it out. Not just to be expecting people to finance your lifestyle for months
Every
and months
week.
and months in a different state while you try to follow your dreams. I mean, we have businesses we're trying to run. Why would I give you money for a business and you can't even make it from day to day?
Right. Never
What
do
sense does
business
that
with
make?
a broke person. Trust me, I know.
So here's what I
Never
looked
do
up,
business
Darrell.
with, huh?
Here's what I looked up. Because of all the places to move, like you said, if you were moving somewhere to start a farm, most people would think like, and you want to get some cheap land and start farming, Mississippi, Alabama, like this is what
Yeah.
normal people, right? Right. Where you don't have to build hydroponics or get greenhouses. The land is fertile. It's long known to be fertile.
Mhm.
And yada, yada, yada. So I looked it up. Nevada, out of the 50 states, how many states do you think produce more agriculture than Nevada? What number do you think it is out of 50? Take a guess.
Probably 49.
49. 49.
That's what I thought. But no, it's 41 out of 50.
Well, it's
Okay.
not Nevada. It's actually Arizona, which is pretty much right next to each other.
Right now, let me see. Arizona is 31. Okay, Arizona is 31.
So they're middle
But-
of the pack.
Yeah.
But if a person
That's
was
still
using
bad.
logic, right?
That's
If a
still
person
bad.
was
Yeah, it
using logic, right?
Yeah.
Number one is California, but that land ain't cheap. A smart person would be in the Sun Belt, like they call it the fucking Sun Belt.
right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. This makes no sense. And so what I'm hearing is nothing but idealism. You're trying to sell an ideal that the Black community can come together and do this
Yeah,
in order to create this, I don't know, this
utopia bullshit.
Yeah, and it's not real, and it's not even it's not realistic.
It's
And-
affinity fraud. She's taking advantage of the fact that she's Black, that there's people that like this Pan-African independent rhetoric. And it's interesting. She's talking all this bullshit about wanting to break away from the system. But this big bad government is supposed to be giving her all these grants. Everything she gonna get is gonna be funded by the government. But she
Exactly.
breaking away from the government. Like, which one is it?
Is
Down
no
to the
way.
seeds, the trucks, everything.
It's no
Everything.
way. I'm gonna say this, and is no way you're going to effectively do this. Yeah, the government will give you stuff if you fill out all the paperwork and you have to wait on everything. But the
Right.
government is not going to fully
Exactly.
fully invest in this the whole duration of it. They'll get you started, but you're still going to need your own capital to do the day-to-day operations.
Well, you're gonna need it's like, do you know how to write grants? Do you think you can just stroll in there off the street? You have to be able to, like, grant writing it costs money to get people to help you write grants. It's
Yes,
not
it
free.
does. It
Exactly.
does.
See, that's
I mean-
another conversation right there,
And
right?
I'm gonna be honest. Like I've seen this stuff before. This is, man. Look, Houston, Texas is one of the biggest hubs for scamming. And yeah, we have and I'm not trying to point out a certain ethnic group, but we do have a lot of Nigerians. We have over almost 300,000 Nigerians that live here. They're stereotyped for doing stuff. But not only that, it's other people from other countries, just particularly in the healthcare industry. And stuff like this, with people trying to do these grandiose projects that are supposed to change the world, and you're going to do this, and we're going to create our own this, and people buy. And I've seen people lose thousands and thousands of dollars behind an idea. And this is, when I saw this, it was just basically another example of this.
Yeah.
Just another example. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Then I'm
Before
going to
you
start.
go, I'm gonna drop down because I actually I got some stuff I'm doing, but
Oh,
I'm
go ahead,
listening.
go ahead, no
I'm
problem.
listening in. I am in the audience, but I
Okay.
I need.
I'm
to
gonna hop down to it. I was just
Okay, no
talking
problem.
to
No problem,
right,
ladies.
Sean.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Website. According to this website, I can take out my credit card and I can purchase land through his website. Is that
He's
correct?
he's not the only one.
Whose website is that?
I
Whose
can
web- this,
get
is, this is the person that she's buying the land from. So this is the website that she said that we was going to purchase the land. What it gives me the ability to do is some legal things that goes on with land, like some recording, different things like that.
no, sir.
Hold on.
That-
Okay, go ahead. Speak your
he's
mind.
not the only one.
This man again is trying to explain to her about the legalities of buying land. And she's constantly giving him, a guy who actually has sold and bought multiple deals in real estate. She has not done one successful. She's paying on something, but this guy has completed real estate transactions. but she wants to tell him how to buy and sell real estate. Make this make sense.
I can give you about 5 more places. Like, for instance, here, I'll put it in the chat. If you guys want to see this, so we follow along, because I don't want to waste a lot of time or waste people's time on some shenanigans. I can't I can't put anything.
That's all you do is just pull up the receipts. That's all.
No, I'm fine with that. That's not it. I'm saying if we're going to have the conversation, then let's have the conversation. This is nothing new. He is not a crook or a wholesale crook. This is a man who has sold pieces of land. And just like there are several companies, and see, I can't put it any type in the chat. So
again, she refused to listen to what everybody is saying. She's saying this man has did all of these different things. She don't have receipts. She's going by mere hearsay and no facts. And she's bothered by other people asking questions. Facts. Let me move further.
Don't get screwed. That's extra whole responsibility.
this is not but this is what I explained to you on the phone. Buying land and buying parcels of land this way, you don't need escrow and you don't have to go through escrow. And I sent you the link to his Facebook page where his customers were, and they've bought land from him.
No, he
You
just
can
had
look.
And these are your options here.
yeah.
Yes.
So it doesn't really give you options. What
Who the hell buy and sell land on Facebook? You mean to tell me he don't have a brick and mortar? He don't have a office location? He's buying and selling real estate through fucking Facebook? Who does this? Who does this?
But
Yes, it does. Those are your
Well,
options.
Let's see what's actually for sale, if
Okay.
you click on what's for sale, these come up right here. These are like Craigslist ads, right? Says that you can get these properties for low prices
They're
on the
not
dollar, right?
Craigslist. They're not Craigslist
Hello.
ads. That's just
I think you're really defending.
Shit, Craigslist ads are more reputable than this bullshit that you pulling up. I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous that this woman is so aloof to the truth that people are trying to explain to her. She has not completed one fucking real estate transaction in her life. This man has done hundreds. This is how he makes a living. But you want to question his skepticism about buying land. This man is not about trying to lose his damn money. Like, are you serious? Let me continue.
Expensive, but what I'm saying is accurate.
yes, I am, because what you're making it sound like is one, I don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm doing, and I've been on here for 2
This is
years.
irritating, and I don't like that. This is
I was not. I did not know this was
microphone's
happening.
coming. Thank you.
I don't even know why this is happening. I did not ask for any clarification from E and hey Raw, how you doing? Or you. I didn't ask. I haven't asked. I haven't said anything to either one of you. And you came up already, E, defensive. I told you. I didn't ask you to come up here. I didn't ask Locke.
No, ma'am. You're the one defensive about people telling you this is a scam.
To call you. I didn't even know this is what we were talking about. I had no idea. So I guess, yes, I'm a little defensive because I feel like, again, I'm defending something I'm doing. You're talking about a person, one, I'm doing business with. You're talking about my reputation as well, out here sharing information about this man or sharing information about the places I have purchased land from. And it's
You didn't
going
purchase
to
any
work.
land. See, that's chocolate. You have not purchased any land from him.
What do you mean I haven't
What
purchased
specifically
any?
did
Now, listen, the reason why he's saying she has not purchased any land is because she hadn't finished paying on the land that she allegedly is financed.
Facts. She admitted she has no deed. He told her she can't have a deed till she pays it off. That's
Yes.
not how that works.
You don't own shit. Like what this is ridiculous. It's just this is ridiculous, man. You don't own the land until you own, like you're paying on something.
Like it's layaway, like it's Christmas presents on layaway.
Exactly. So let me know if you want to start on this, or you want me to just wait and do some other. Like, are you ready now, or you want me to?
Well,
just
yeah,
wait?
I pulled up his ad, and I just want to show this non-land sales versus an actual real, right? So hold on.
Okay,
Here
go
is
ahead.
this non-land sales bullshit.
Okay.
And somebody has said that this doesn't even look like a real estate deal, right? Look at this. I'm going to click on this, right?
Okay.
So there's no address here, okay? He has this price. There's information here, but it doesn't include things like how the land is zoned.
No.
Okay. Now, if you look over here at another real estate, this is from Northern Nevada as well, right? Right up front, right? You get all this information, right? The address is there. The zoning is there. The GPS coordinates are there.
Everything you need to identify this property is there.
And notice how this tells you where it is in relation to streets. Now, this foolishness that she's showing is just on the side of a highway. There's no roads.
Nothing. It's just
like I said,
basically,
unless her driveway is going to pull out directly into the interstate.
it's like a thumbnail with some vacant land with words on it. That's it.
Yeah. And again, this is non-sales nonsense. Let's look at these. It says it has 20 pictures, but I don't see 20 pictures. Oh, wait, here we see. Does this have the zoning?
I didn't see any pictures when I looked at it.
I mean, it says there's 20 pictures, but unless here they are. I'm sorry, the webpage just isn't. Yeah, this is kind of what they looked like. Like, what is this? What is this?
They don't even circle, like, highlight what the area, like the perimeters of whatever you're trying to buy.
So, like, and again, I've never heard of people financing things for $1,700. I don't even think you can finance a car for that little money. Like, what are you putting down? $50? What are these pictures of? What am I looking at? What is this bullshit?
Right.
No, I'm not interested. I'm not calling now. So, yeah, I just wanted to show the difference between that and this.
Yeah, that's a big difference. It's different, and they got all the information.
It tells you exactly what it's zoned for, right? Not just this little, you can take a walk in the park. Like, you can allow for tiny homes, mobile homes, RVs. I don't think hers listed that. I don't think this tells you what you can build on the land. I don't see that.
It didn't. None of that. And I'm just like, but like you identified, it gave you all the information you need to look up and verify things.
Right.
You know, and that website doesn't possess any of that.
But there's no roads. Well, what are you selling me? What the fuck is this? What are these two brown rectangles? Look, I can't.
The box.
Okay.
The box. That's your house.
Right. If you can even build a house there. It doesn't say you can build a house there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it. It tells you nowhere what it's zoned for. Cash purchase. I mean, I see all these information about how you can pay him, but I don't see where it's telling you that this land is zoned for farming or homesteading or anything.
The guy, Etherman.
Hold on, it's like property type land. Are you fucking kidding? As opposed to what, bitch, air?
Yeah. The guy said, how am I going to buy something without a contract? And when you would want to buy something, it doesn't even list a contract that you're signing for the property. And she fought him and argued with him about that. And I'm like,
yeah, he told her this. He sent you a piece of paper that tells you he doesn't like legal mumbo jumbo. So this is what you need to know, but you should probably still get a lawyer. It was the shadiest thing I ever heard. Like, you don't need to read the contract, but you should get a lawyer. Okay.
This is crazy.
It couldn't be any more like, you're not going to be able to sue me to get your money back.
Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm like, who? And then the thing about it, she expect people to think like she thinks. Like, this is what I'm getting. Like, if I can excuse this, Like, we just supposed to trust this man like you trust him. Listen, I don't know what he did for you. You claim he saved your money for 2 years. I'm like, why don't you have your money in the bank instead of having a man keep your money? That baffles me.
Why not just save your money and buy the property when you get the $2,000 up? Why are you making payments on $2,000?
You could have put that money in a money market and earned interest instead of have this man keep your money for 2 years. Like,
respectfully, that's why she's homeless now. Because if you out here buying shit for $2,000 off credit, you don't have a mind for business.
No, she don't. She don't.
If you can't sit still until you save $2,000, you need to be an employee, ma'am. And there's no shame in being an employee. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur.
Exactly. Everybody's business is not for everybody. And my position is, she claims she has a nonprofit. And
that's one thing I believe is that bitch ain't turning no profit.
but it's like, it's kind of confusing because you're telling people to donate to the Chocolate Earth Foundation, right, to purchase land and farm, but then you're trying to sell somebody plots or parcels of land, and we don't know if you're investing in something or if you're donating.
Well, if she's saying she has a nonprofit, shouldn't we be able to find her 50C3 online with all her financial transactions?
Well, matter of fact, E. Williams stated that she did not provide the documents that he needed to see to verify her business. He actually said this in this actual video. That
and if it's a nonprofit, I should be able to search it up on the government website right now.
He asked her, you see, the problem with this interaction, when they were arguing or she was going back and forth with him, the real argument was about before E. Williams decided to invest in this, he wanted to see paperwork to identify the business, to vet the business, and they didn't give it to him. They gave him insufficient information.
Well, here's two things that confuse me, and I'm on the IRS website. Make a Change had taught us how to look up 504c3s a couple of years ago.
Right.
So I'm just putting Chocolate Earth Foundation in here now. But I'll say this: it's two things, and maybe you can tell me what you think, D. Durrell, and then I really am gonna hop down. I done talked about this foolishness enough. No, it's no Chocolate Earth Foundation and the IRS nonprofit database. Okay, so one thing makes me think she's not scamming is that she's going around doing these interviews, because a scammer would have the sense to not, like Umar Johnson doesn't make himself available for questions, right?
Yes, he does. He does.
To We On Lock, but not to anybody that's gonna
people that gonna ask certain questions. He won't let me ask, but he basically handpicks.
So that's what I mean. He doesn't really answer questions. That's not really answering questions.
Who he allows to speak.
If you only go to your sycophants, right?
Exactly.
So by her exposing all this nonsense, I think that she does believe it. But like I said, I can't get past her telling us that she's too sick to work, but that she's gonna start a farm and harvest $500,000 worth of cucumbers and kale. Like, why and maybe that's why she's going around telling people she's disabled to set up the scam for later. Like, oh, I couldn't do it because I got sick. My mama she had a lot of sob stories.
Right.
So maybe she's just kind of throwing that I'm sick out there. She doesn't say what she has. Not that she has to, but she's the one out here begging, So I have a feeling that once she doesn't have your money, she's going to have a lot of different stories about all her hard times. So maybe that's why she's claiming.
My position is this. When I first heard this story, because this is 2 weeks ago, before the video that happened a day or two ago. I've seen her on We On Lock channel at least 2 or 3 other times talking about this project, right? Mm-hmm. And she came off as somebody that genuinely wanted to do something to help the community. But in that process, as far as the process and the details, she lacked clarity on those things. Yeah. And she needed help. She needs someone to help her take care of the administrative aspects or the business side of things. And what I think is that this guy, I don't know what he did for her that she gives her undying trust for him, no matter what, blind trust.
I know what he did. But
really?
Go ahead.
Stop.
No, it's not that. She said it herself. She said when she wanted to impress these men that other man was legit, she said he lives in a lake house. He that's that pimping.
A lake? That's all it takes is a lake.
Well, it's probably not even his house. That's what scammers do. They get a little Airbnb and they convince people that they're successful. So she is just that pimping. That's she didn't say he helped all these people. Or if you listen to what she said, she made it really clear how he got her. She's convinced him that he's successful. That's what it is.
Man, I'm sorry, but that's not a man. I'm just okay.
That's how it goes,
Man,
though.
that's
how it goes.
Okay.
All these Jay Morrisons, all these people, that's what they do. They show these fancy cars. They have these limos, just like here in Atlanta. A lot of times these people are renting these things.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, Atlanta's notorious for that. Houston is
right,
too.
But that's what he
All
did.
this
That's
fun
what I
on it.
believe he did to her, because this website is some bullshit. But she believes that he's successful, and so that by following him, I mean, I'm telling you what she said.
Yes, yeah. I mean, she continues to like not listen. Other people trying to tell her, and she's getting upset. She's getting very.
That's how
defensive.
scams work. Yeah, they start telling you people don't believe in you. That they front load you with stuff to make it hard for you to listen to the people that care about you.
But it's hard for me to like. I'm like, what did this man really do for you? If he really was this, he could have gave you money to keep you afloat.
No, yeah, but he didn't. These simple-minded people, all he had to do was listen to her bullshit and tell it back to her.
Like, yeah, like I'm sorry if this man cares so much and you giving out, why didn't he give you money to set you up on the West Coast?
Why he wouldn't just give you the land? What's $2,000 to a successful man? If he believed in your project, why wouldn't he just throw you the land?
Exactly. Like this is not a lot of money. This is actually pocket change. This is $1,700 is nothing.
This is pocket change for me, and I'm a teacher. Like, get out of here. What are you talking about? I don't have no lake house.
Change, and I'm like, you are. To me, the thing that rubbed me the wrong way that she's been on multiple platforms with it. This is not just We Unlock. This is, and so that's where I'm looking at it like she may be potentially scamming. This is a scam. She's the person that's the person that's going around like he's putting a battery behind her back to get more money. He needs more money, and she's the one doing the recruitment per se. And he's playing the background because he's never.
From what I know about scammers, I feel you. But if she was scamming, she would have left. She would have got ghost by now. Scammers don't sit around arguing with you. She's another victim.
Right.
She doesn't know how stupid she sounds. And she doesn't have any, she claims to have run a sewing business, but what does that mean? You sold some dresses and sold them? Like, what do you mean? Because I was asking her, like, well, what grants? She claimed she already started applying for them. Couldn't tell me there are grants for homesteaders, but she couldn't tell me the names of them. She didn't have any specific numbers. It pays this percentage, this amount. She just is. She's a childlike in the mind of respect.
Yeah, business from a business standpoint, she's obviously not where she needs to be as far as well versed in herself in this whole process, the business itself. And just because you're going to start a farm, like farmland flop all the time. Just because you're doing this don't mean it's going to be profitable.
Well, it's funny that she claims this land is going to be 100%, the farm is going to be 100% hydroponic, which actually means she could be running it from a warehouse. Like, nothing she's saying makes any fucking sense.
There's no guarantees that that she's going to profit from it. This thing could actually flop.
Of course it could, right? Of course, for so many numbers of reasons, it could take years for something like this to be profitable.
Yes. Like this is not guaranteed. I don't care what type of advanced technology that you're using.
Well, it just makes me, and right, when you have no ability to build any of these things, to maintain these hydroponics, like while you sitting over there homeless, if you allegedly gonna learn while you go, you could be going online and learning how, I mean, again, even if you had the knowledge to build it with your own hands, hydroponic systems are not cheap. How are you going to be paying the electricity bill? Hydroponic systems cost so much. And look, I'm going to just say that I find this whole thing very upsetting because I think We Unlock is a friend of the sector and he's extremely naive and gullible. And you can say a lot of things about him, but he does have the desire to help the community.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And it really bothers me when people take advantage of people like that, because he could have been giving this money to some people that actually want to be helping in the community, that already have programs that are up and running. They've applied for their grants. They did the work. They're not just out here talking about, well, I can get some cement and wood for free. Really? And she's talking about she know all these people who can give her shit for free. But it's like, didn't you just get to Nevada and aren't you homeless? Why aren't you using all these resources you're going to get for free trucks and free, all this free shit you about to get? Why don't you get you a free room to stay in? And again, how shady is it? Do you know if I ran into some serious trouble and I was going to be homeless, I have friends here in Georgia that would help me. But if not, I'm taking my ass home to my family.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think she scammed We on Lock.
And I don't like that. We on Lock is
maybe
too
not
nice
the
a
people,
person. That shit really bothers me that
but
she
she
took
definitely
advantage of
took
him.
that money. She gave him. She basically asked for money under false pretenses, and
Yeah.
We on Lock basically gave
He
her
a
the
soft
money.
touch.
Yeah. You know, he just gave her the money thinking he was doing the right thing. And I really
And
think
it's
that,
people out here that think I'm supposed to not be calling her out or not feel away because she's a woman. Like, dude, if a woman scammed We on Lock, I'm supposed to take her side over We on Lock. Why?
yeah, that
What's
she
this?
definitely.
She got a vagina? What are you talking about?
To me, I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. I really did.
Too.
I did until I watched this. This video was the
Same.
video that I stopped giving her the benefit of the doubt because everybody tried to tell her otherwise, and she refused to listen. Like, can you hear
I'm
me?
disappointed in We on Lock. He needs to be more discerning, but I'm not somebody that blames the victim. He was trying to help this woman, and that's a Black woman, and we don't have this abundance of people that's out here trying to help in the Black community. This shit needs to be stamped out, and she needs to be held accountable to give these people their money back. That's how I feel. And if the law has to be involved, oh well, you cannot be going out here doing affinity fraud on the Black community, making it harder for people that really want to help. And I hope she gets held accountable because she needs to go get a fucking job. Is she healthy enough to farm? She healthy enough to work a fucking job and save up her own money and buy her own fucking land like everybody else.
Yeah,
and it'd be different if she was asking people to match her donations, but we just supposed to pay for your lifestyle and your dreams. Why?
Like, who's going to help her farm the land? You're going to need employees to farm this land. You have no farming experience.
Right. And even if she gonna get these donations, why you can't be going to work every day like everybody else to contribute to your own dream? Why, if you not healthy enough to get up off your ass and go get a job in Nevada, and I guarantee you they hiring in Nevada.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to be responsible enough to running your own business is so much harder than working a job.
Yes, it is. Way harder.
Starting this is why people don't do it. So you can't even show the people that you're capable of working 40 hours a week and you asking for their money. It's disgusting to me. And I don't believe, I'm not this believe all women type of feminist. No, bitch. You know what I'm saying? No. Okay. No, you are so far out of line with this nonsense you're talking. And if you believe in this dream so much, put your own fucking money into it. She was sitting there. She
ain't got no money.
Well, she tried to lie on Isis because I said something like that. And she said, I did raise the capital. Now, mind you, she's sitting there homeless trying to convince me that
she didn't raise shit. She got donations from other people.
Even if she did, even if she raised some small amount of money, what money are you putting into it now? Why are you asking us for money and you're not still putting money into it?
She did not invest her own money in this project.
And working a community garden is not the same thing as running a farm. Why don't she go get a job at a farm, a real farm, to see if she can handle that level of fucking work? Yeah,
she can't handle that. If she got all these medical problems, she gonna die. She damn near just off of hydration alone. There's no way you can do that type of work if you got all these medical. You have to be a healthy, able-bodied person, right? And you have to consistently do this every day for hours and hours.
Very few city people that could survive working on a farm if they tried to start a farm in their 30s and 40s. That is city people. We don't know nothing about that type of work.
Yeah, I do. I know something about it because my dad made me do it just because he wanted. Because I grew up in a small town and we plant corn. We planted all this extra shit that he just wanted just to have, and that shit was hard ass work.
It's no small thing. My Grammy was a farmer, and she 97 years old right now, perfect health, still working her own garden every day.
Yeah,
because she's so strong.
Man, listen, farm work. You have to have a strong. You gotta be consistent doing that shit day in and day out,
mentally and physically, right?
And I'm sorry, if you got these health, and I believe she has a lot of health issues. That's probably why she probably don't have money, because she probably can't work the way she can't have a traditional job. I would say, and that's
she
probably
could go drive an Uber.
Damn, Carrie. Let's give us some slack.
No, I'm dead ass. Why she can't go drive an Uber? Because Uber, you could rent a car from them right now. You don't even have to have a car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So why is you sitting around being homeless all day?
Well, she asked
Begging
me on lock
for
for
home-
money.
Huh?
She asked me on lock for money for basic necessities, and that shit
Yeah.
is
And you know, I do outreach with the homeless, right? A lot of people don't know these people who are living in motels. It is a really, really vicious cycle. Living in the worst motel costs twice as much as renting an apartment.
it sure does because you're paying
It is
daily.
so expensive. We're talking about a minimum of $2,000 a month all across the country.
Definitely. Oh, definitely.
So your credit is so shit that you can't go get you a little $1,000 a month apartment. You spending twice of what you, because at first I'm like, why don't you just rent a room like a single person should do in that situation? But she allegedly got these crippled people with her or something.
Crippled people doing what? Like, why does she have these people for what reasons?
Well, they probably getting a check, but I tell you what, the only people I knew that were homeless, right, and also disabled and in wheelchairs were drug addicts. Now I don't know what's going on with her, but that's why they couldn't. Huh?
Some vets, Vietnam vets are usually like
no,
that
they're
too.
still junkies too. The vets can go to the VA hospital easy. The reason why any vet that's homeless, that's disabled, is usually because they're either severely mentally ill, right? Or they do drugs. And to live in all those different places, you have to be sober.
Right.
So that's the only reason why somebody in a wheelchair would be homeless, respectfully, that I know of.
Right. Well, it's not making sense. I'm thinking she probably her credit probably is shot, or because she hasn't had a traditional job, she don't even have the pay stubs to get an apartment or something. You can actually, there are places who actually rent rooms, like people rent rooms.
That's what I was saying, but they normally not going to take a disabled person, or they're not going to be equipped for that, and you don't have to make your house available to
see. This what makes it very difficult for you not to think that she's scamming, because there's so many things she could be doing that she's not doing.
And that's what I'm saying. Why you don't have a job, even if you have this dream. Both of my parents ran their own businesses for over 20 years. Both of my parents worked jobs while they were building a business.
Right.
It was years into their business before either one of my parents could leave their corporate jobs.
Well,
I don't know nothing about just flopping in a hotel.
Man, look, when she starts saying all this stuff, man, and listen, my heart goes. Look, I know Will Locke he try to help with whomever people he connect with and stuff. I get that, but I mean, she had the right to be aired out. He had the right to do what he did because he went out thinking that he was really helping her, and then he find out, from other people who know this industry, that she's doing some shady shit, or the guy that she's with is doing shady shit. But you're still asking for money, though. You're still asking for money.
You expecting us to build you a farm, and you not. What are you doing besides begging? Why are you not working? And again, if you are healthy enough to fucking farm.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, it's all the different retails. It's a shortage of workers in a lot of different industries.
Yeah, it's plenty of places. That jobs they hiring ASAP.
And if it's no jobs there, why don't you leave? You're homeless. You can go be homeless somewhere where it's work available.
Yeah, but she's not.
How she done let this man? I mean, and you know what? If this land is up there in northern Nevada and so is that man, it sounds more like she was following up behind him than this property.
I kind of was thinking someone, but I mean, I don't know because
again, if I was thinking about building a farm and I was going to relocate and I was homeless anyway, I would be in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. That's where I'd be, where the land is cheap and the dirt is good.
Right.
So nothing else really makes any sense to me. Besides her, like I said, following up behind this man, she think live in a lake house.
The same man that couldn't even give you a couple grand so you can stay afloat for a while. Just saying this is where things kind of get sloppy with me. Like, you asking Will Locke for money instead of asking him. But this is the guy you claim helped you out so much and you trust him so much.
And just I wish I doubt she gonna let me come on the panel with her again. But yeah, just why exactly is it everybody you asking for money go to work every day, but you don't?
Hey, that's
that
question.
Lennon Honor shit.
Hey, that's a good question. But I want to go ahead and continue because I know.
Okay, I'm gonna hop down. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play this out, and because I know this is footage people didn't see.
She purchased.
I have the 0.92 acres that I'm paying on. I paid him initially he took my $500 and put it toward the loan. He's only charging me $14.99, which because you saw in the contract. And
well,
the way
the contract is pretty bad. If we really go through,
I sent you 3 of those contracts. I sent you 3 of them. These are all land purchases.
What you said he's charging you $14.99. We're talking $14.99 or 400, 400, 4,000,
1,400.
1,400. Okay.
Right, and $99 for the piece of property. I had to pay a document fee, so I paid the document fee. I've given already another 500 plus my 500, so that's why I said all I needed at this point was 1,000. And that.
Listen, again, she paying this fee, she paying that fee, this money, that money, and you all of this shit that you could have just, for all of this money that you put out over $1,000, you should have just damn right just bought the shit for $1,400, $1,500. And even in doing all of that, you still don't own the property.
That was it.
So with the reason that I felt that the contract that he sent you, first of all, I felt that it was kind of disrespectful. Value received, and she told us
you really are putting all my business right up here on this screen.
Now, he did put all her business out, but due to the basis of this, I mean, we needed to know what was going on. Her name is Shakira Leak. For those that want to know, you can look on the screen. Shakira Leak, P.O. Box 447, Mount Olive, North Carolina. The principal amount was $48.51. And this was done September 15, 2023. So you can look her up. You can definitely look her up.
You're right.
Ask you first.
They're asking for the website.
Which website? I put it in there. Matt Nunn's website here.
Or
and I said, all you get is a parcel. And I told you that on every contract I gave you. Which one had an address?
Which
one had an address on it?
How many pieces of contract are we talking about? 3? And you looked at all the paperwork.
I looked at all the paperwork. Listen, we in law.
Shut up, Simon.
I paid a lawyer to look at this paperwork. And the lawyer told me his legal advice is that this is not legal. I get it. Y'all can say Ethan Man Williams don't know what he's talking about. But you think a lawyer that
Nobody said that.
The guy said that his lawyer said this was not fucking legal, and she's still arguing with him. His lawyer said this is not legal.
Legal? Why are you saying this? Oh my God.
Listen how goofy this. Let me stop because I'm trying to be respectful. Look how goofy she acting. Look at how she taking this shit like it's a joke.
I'm done, right? I'm a very small channel, either man. This is fucked up. I'm sorry, excuse me, Locke. This is fucked up. All I wanted to do, you said stop, please. I need to say this, and you can say whatever you want. You spoke up and said you wanted to invest $1,500 with me. That's what you said. You believed in what I was doing. Then all of a sudden it became about the realtor. And I gave you as much information about that man as I possibly could. And I shared with you my personal information with 1, 2, and 3 different contracts at different times in my life. I told you why I was fine with dealing with him. Because yes, who's going to hold the money that you invested in a piece of property for 2 years?
What the fuck is that got to do with anything? Are you fucking listen? This is pissing me off. She keep going back to the fact that he held her little money for $1,500 for 2 years. That ain't shit. Are you serious? She acting like this Negro held 20, 30, 40 grand for 2 years. You could have put that shit in the bank.
Whether your mama died or not.
Every family will hold on to the money because they're not delivering any value.
Okay, I'm done.
So I'm saying this idea that
I'm happy to send you the email conversation between E and the man, and you can have this conversation with him. I'm not doing this. I'm not there because I didn't do anything wrong. But I feel like I'm the one that this is my fault, or I've done something to somebody, and yes, it hurt because this is my business. I'm not saying anything to you. I never said a word about any of the conversation you and I had. It's not for anybody else's business because you and I are doing business. I didn't go back and say, oh, well, Eda Man, he reneged, so it is what it is. I didn't. It took me days to come back online and talk about it because I didn't understand. And if you want to ask, and you know you can ask her, I was hurt. So don't sit here and pretend as though, oh well,
Now she playing victim like I've been hurt, but shit, what about Will locking his money?
I'm right. This is about business. That's not what you said. Yeah, but that's not how you acted. You were not professional.
Go ahead.
Hold on, chocolate. Like seriously, at this point now, it's like 45 minutes. And I don't know if this is supposed to be. I'm just saying, right now it's becoming more of public court of opinion versus actual facts. So nobody's here from the stuff I've seen twice, going back and going forth. That's the only reason I jumped up. Nobody is saying you are a scammer. Nobody is pointing the finger at you as the bad guy. Nobody's saying that.
Sound like a scam to me.
So I just want to just end it because it sucks that it happened. In whatever case, I think it's respectfully. E take his business, you take your business, and just leave it from that. It sucks that he either spent money to try to look into it. It sucks that you went out your way. Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna just let you know something. This is not the case. I did not ask to come up here, Great Beard.
Okay.
I did not ask to clear nothing up with E. Locke asked me to come. Okay.
For what reason?
Exactly. I didn't know until Either Man showed up.
Okay. So what's the reason Locke asked you to come up?
Can I jump in really quickly? I'm sorry.
Now, this is the real estate person. I want you all to really, really pay attention to what this real estate lady is about to say. Please pay attention.
Yes, Spot. Yes, Spot.
Much respect and love to everyone on the panel, especially to Miss Chocolate. I'm very sorry that she's upset. It sounds to me like this is a passion project for her. Am I right about that, Miss Chocolate?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
It sounds to me like Either Man has done other real estate deals. He is an experienced investor. So he wanted to support you, one, but he analyzed this based on everything he had in front of him, which this other gentleman is a part of. And that was the break. That is where he decided to step back. It wasn't that he doesn't support you or your mission or your passion anymore. Am I correct, Eve?
Yes, and I told her that.
And it sounds like you told her that you were stepping away, but you didn't give the details, these due diligence things that you were doing behind the scenes that she wasn't aware of, like checking the Better Business Bureau, looking at the site, all of that. You just kind of gave her your final decision. Is that correct?
We had a full conversation.
He told me about the Better Business Bureau.
Okay.
He told me about, but what I did was because we had text messages and also emails. And what I did was I went back, I researched. Actually, my sister got involved and she researched it. She said, oh, okay, so he's not on Instagram. That's what it was. He doesn't have a strong presence on Instagram, but he has a strong presence.
Seriously, I'm dropping no more links, bro. This is getting too extra messy now. It's starting to get messy. Let them have their business so we can clear it up.
What are you talking about?
I'm just asking. I'm asking, like, don't drop no more links, bro.
On the spot, right? Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
If someone gives you a partial number, and if you go to that county, don't that partial number have to come up in the county?
Yes, it depends on the county. And by the way, I'm a realtor, everybody. Hi, very happy to help. Love
This is a realtor. On a spot is a realtor.
and respect everyone here. So yes, it's true that land will not have an address. Land will have a parcel number or what we call a legal description. The legal description, it could be weird, it could be crazy, like 4 whole lines of crazy coordinates, and it just identifies the land. So you can have a legal description and convey property even if it doesn't have a physical address. Homes sell with physical addresses. Land can sell with just the legal description. But it sounds to me, and this is the last thing I want to do. So E, it sounds like you still respect and trust Miss Chocolate. You just don't respect and trust this gentleman, and you're not interested in doing business because he is involved.
I guess you could say that.
Okay. And I personally believe, just my opinion, love and respect everyone here. I personally believe that Miss Chocolate, and I put this in the chat, but I know she wasn't reading it, is genuine and sincere and dealing with this other person in good faith.
I thought the same until she owed Wheelock money. I'm sorry. I no longer believe that and I don't think she has the ability to pay him this money back.
And I can very clearly see that. And so a passion project for Miss Chocolate, and then, an investment for either man. So he's analyzing this whole situation in a very different way. But I hate that Miss Chocolate is so upset by this, because it's not, and I can see it's not an attack on her. It may feel like that one because you're connected to this person, but I haven't heard either man say that. And so I don't want you to internalize that.
Yeah, and me and her had conversations. It was a lot of other things that me and her talked about this particular person. We don't have to go into details, but this guy did a lot of shady stuff.
What was the shade? No,
okay,
that did not happen.
I will go into details. Okay,
please do.
She continues to act like this man is so legit. Soon as Ether Man said that, she wants to interrupt.
So details. We were supposed to close on the property. He was not returning her calls. And then
wait a minute, that's not true.
Let me finish, and then you can respond. He said the property that we agreed on have been sold to someone else. I got another property for you, and we actually stopped working on the property that we're supposed to have, and we start working on a whole new property. Is that incorrect, Chocolate?
I don't know, because you found this on the Better Business Bureau under one.
He's talking about what y'all just said. He just said what you just said.
That we was not closing on this property. He had to give a whole new property.
It wasn't. This is the new property. I had another piece. It was 1.16 acres, and it belonged to the other gentleman. Bought it. I couldn't pay it, so I couldn't tell him, oh,
the guy sold the shit underneath her. And she still want to it's hard to say she's not scamming, but she keep making excuses for a fucking scammer.
You know what I'm saying? Hold it for me, because here's my little bit of money. Hold it. But this gentleman came in and he wanted both parcels. It's business, right? So his partner.
Not if you have a fucking contract, it's not. If you have a contract, you can't sell a property underneath somebody if you have a damn contract. That's just like saying there's a house for sale and you have a contract to buy the house, put money down on it, and then somebody else come behind you and pay the full value of the house, you can't just do that if you already have a pending contract. You can't do that. You cannot buy a property underneath somebody or land if there's a contract. Just because you have the money to buy the whole thing. If you have a contract, that means that you have to meet, things are pending until you meet all requirements to purchase or to obtain the land or the property. You just can't sell it off to somebody else when you have a contract with somebody else.
Partner did it, and I told you that.
What
And
you
so
told
he
me
was
is that
apologizing.
what you
Okay.
told me is that his partner sold the property last night, and he had a new property that he was going to give us a discount on. It was going to be $1,400, and then he
It's the
sent you
same
a contract
piece I
for
showed you.
$5,000. He sent
The
you a contract.
contract is broken up as if I was making 48 payments. The
He didn't-
reason they
Okay.
Here she go again, not knowing business, making excuses. You can't you cannot just sell a property underneath somebody. What is she talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the thing. The original parcel of land was sold out from underneath Chocolate. There was a new parcel of land that was supposed to be put in its place. Yes,
Robbie just stated at the bottom, the property was sold underneath her. That's illegal.
the contract was broken down for the bigger price of the $5,000 as if she was making payments. These are things that made the situation seem uncomfortable, and it's like, okay, this may be a little sketchy. I can verify for a fact that either man did reach out to this man on several occasions to purchase another piece of land, to which there was no response and no answer. Now, if you, Chocolate, have a different relationship with him, that's one thing. But as a brand new client reaching the website to buy a piece of land, it does read a bit odd when you're trying to reach out to someone to make a purchase on their website and they don't respond back to you. It's very
I
detrimental.
didn't know that. I had no idea that he never called him back. I did not know. I didn't talk to E after he said on this. The last time I've talked to E was the 17th. I'm looking at the email, the 17th. That was the last time him and I have had any correspondence. That's it. He said, I am withdrawing my investment offer from your company September 17th at 7 in the morning. And that was it. And my response was, no problem. I understand. And that was it. I did not know that he tried to call this man and he didn't get back. Because if that was the case, I would have emailed him and said, look, if you get information from this gentleman, he's trying to reach you. Can you call him back? People do that all the time. Nobody said anything to me. I didn't know.
So what's the next move now? Because clearly you and the guy are not working out. Either man said he trusts you, like what
I
Spot
don't
said.
know.
Okay. So what the
wasn't-
next suggestion? I'm just because I don't because real talk, this is messy for me.
Oh my
This is just
gosh,
messy.
I didn't ask to come up here.
Dude,
See, now she want to act first. This is why I'm showing this again. On the spot realtor, either man Williams, businessman and person who does many real estate deals, Robbie, entrepreneur. They're all saying these things and she refused to listen. We unlock all the money.
I'm leaving. Malak, thank you.
Nah,
Okay,
Joe, this is not a situation to leave. This is a situation where
I don't know.
everybody listen to what I'm saying, because I'm not gonna raise my voice. I don't feel it's very much necessary in this situation.
It's
This
not.
is a situation in which everybody has a lesson to learn. I get it's a passion project to you. I don't feel like you are trying to defraud people. However, I do feel like you're a bit misguided when it comes down to mergers and acquisitions. I feel like the person that you're trying to buy this land from is trying to F you over the long way. And he got you pulling on your heartstring because he knows it's a passion project for you. At the end of the day, whatever money you already gave to him, up until this point should be completely deducted from the cost of the property and moving right along. Then the contract should be structured in the method of payments that you should be making. And for whatever reason, you want to believe this guy, like this guy is the best thing since sliced bread. But I'm going to tell you what, if somebody calls my business trying to give me $3,500 because they want to buy a piece of land, it's not going to be before the 17th when they make the call. It's now the 2nd of October. Either man, have you got a call yet?
No, and I have had 6 other people call. None of them have.
Okay,
that.
so
this guy pulling an Andrew Michelle Stewart where you can't even call the fucking, you call the goddamn address and location, she don't even call you back. She pulling the dude, Mr. Nunn, pulling a Andrew Michelle Stewart. No, we got a licensed family therapist. They got multiple addresses. You can't contact her. Now you got a goddamn real estate guru. You can't even buy the goddamn land. You trying to get this man $3,500. This nigga don't even answer the fucking phone. Don't even return the goddamn call. Make this shit make sense. Every sector, you got some crazy shit going on. This is funny.
Thank you. But this is the part.
know. I
Listen,
didn't know
chocolate. But
that.
this is the part where it goes down to research and vetting, because it shouldn't have just took either man calling. When the either man brought some things up to you, one of the red flags was you didn't even have any red flags or pause about the fact that the dude was jerking you over. You entered into a listen to what I'm saying to you, please. Again, I'm not. You entered into a contract with this man. Ain't no way in the hell you have put money down on a property that he should have sold the property that you contracted with him for underneath for you. That's a violation of a pre-existing contract. These are facts. These are facts. He already is taking you for a ride. He's already been taking.
Facts. You cannot just sell something underneath somebody with a contract. That's crazy. When you go buy a house, you will see houses that are up for sale. And then for houses that are pending with a contract, you can go to any real estate website for buying a house. They'll let you know if something is pending. And if the deal goes through, the person who has that contract is going to own the house. If something is pending, you can't buy it underneath somebody until that contract no longer exists or is null and void.
You for a ride. And, you know, I'm not trying to bang on you. I'm not trying to come down on you at all. I just completely, you know, took a step back from the situation because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But in all honesty and true transparency, there's some sketchy shit that's going down.
Don't let you make payments through Cash App. It is a red flag. Like if they wake up and they say, hey, we had a contract for something and now that contract is null and void and I want you to sign a brand new contract, that is, business is just not done that way.
And you notice exactly, especially the fact that I know you.
And a lot of people want to see you win, sis. This may not be the avenue for you to fulfill your dream. And sometimes you got to let some shit go in order to accept some bigger shit. But you have to see where the problem is. Can't nobody see that problem but you.
I didn't ask for, I got it.
She still don't get it. Raw was speaking truth to her ass, and she still didn't fucking get it.
That's fine. Yep. You guys are right.
All right, cool.
Okay.
We done. Nobody say anything. Let's move on.
I'll be back.
We good. We good.
Y'all have a good one. Good night.
You too. Stay blessed.
People will take advantage of us if they feel like we are damsel in distress. That's
this ain't a scam at all. This ain't a scam at all.
No, it sounds to me like she has done other
I don't think Will Locke feel that way right now.
purchases or partial purchases or what she perceives to be partial purchases with this person and never any other real estate deals at all. Because so that could be, you know, she's only had this experience with this person. So she might not be sure what is normal, what is or even what is legal. But again, I said, I came up to support her, to be clear. I believe she's genuine, sincere, and attempting to deal in good faith on all sides, which I think was why she was so upset. But E, can you make it clear you don't feel like she is a scammer in any way? I think she needs to hear you say that.
That's what I'm saying. People trying to get me to pat her emotions. Like See, this is my. It's two different sides to this.
This is what We Unlock felt like 2 weeks ago, but look what's on the screen today.
It's right. Rob said it, and people brushed over it.
I didn't. I locked onto it.
Either it's two options that's happening. I can't tell you what it is. It's one or the other. Either she's so gullible, and this guy is just pulling the wool over her eyes, and she have no idea that he's doing it, or she's a part of it. And I know people, they don't like it when it comes from me, but Rob said it for a reason. I don't know. I don't know if she's a part of it, but if I would come to We Ain't Locked and say, hey, We Ain't Locked, I have a lawyer that says this, that, and third, and they say, hey, your lawyer don't know what they're talking about. Like brushing it off. Come on now. Like, I
understand. So what you're saying is you can't take a position either way. It's kind of either or, but let me stand up and say that what I heard is kind of a lack of experience outside of her experience with this gentleman. So I hear lack of experience. I don't hear someone trying to take advantage and exploit people. But you have to understand, either man, even if you're taking that position, and I respect it, that saying, I don't know if this person is legit or not, still puts the same doubt in the general public's mind on if they are legit or not.
Yes, I get her saying that. That's true. But the fact of the matter is, the facts are the goddamn facts. The facts of the matter is that this guy is a professional. This guy is a professional. And if he feels that way, he's entitled to his position. And she has not shown any receipts to say otherwise. So, yes, he's putting it out to the public. And we have the right to decipher it and make whatever decisions we want, whether we want to rock with her or not. So he's doing a public service.
Can I respond to that? Can I respond?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think it's pretty much giving people the option to have to think for themselves. You know, like E-Man is not nobody's leader, king, not like that. Pretty much we're all strangers in the web with their own credentials, and we're coming in to basically voice our opinion except for the actual individuals that went through this. Period. That's it. So my thing on this one is I agree that it could be passionate, not passionate. People just need to understand, like, look, I reached out to a virtual guy that may be a word of a friend, like E-Man, say, hey, I need help. Okay, cool. I did my part of it. Here's the avenues. Okay, now you have to make a choice on what the direction you want to take. And somehow we, behind the scenes, went from in front of the scenes of the YouTube streets, which I think the most dumbest thing ever. But that's my opinion on that one. So instead of just like, hey, you know what? Personally, hey, you know what? E-Man's full of shit. I'm still gonna do me. Okay, great, no problem. E-Man, hey, keep my name in your mouth. We're good. He go his way, I go my way. That's how technically should have been done.
And the reason on the spot I'm saying what I'm saying is because people have reached out to me asking me, should they do the deal? Should they help her? So I can't say it's bad integrity of me to say, oh yeah, she's a good person, work for it, do it. And I know more. Like y'all don't know half of the stuff. Let me drop a fact for you. You keep saying she did business with him in the past. She have never bought a property for him in the past. Point blank. Period.
Facts. See, this is the facts. The bottom line: she never bought shit from the man. Fuck the fact that he kept money for 2 years. I don't give a damn about the the financing of the whatever parcel she claimed she was going to get. The bottom line, she don't own shit. And you're asking people to donate to you and to basically go to this guy to use it as an option to buy other deals for land. And he'll treat you the same fucking way. I don't give a look, man. Let me say something. As a business owner, and as a person who has operated a business for over 15 years, when it comes to business, fuck your feelings. It's about dollars and cents, right and wrong. And I don't care how I make somebody feel when it comes to money. There's a good way of doing business and there's a bad way of doing business. And I'm not going to do bad business on account of me liking you or not liking you. I've done business with people I don't like, and I refuse to do business with people that I do like. Is the deal good? That's what I'm concerned about. Not how I feel about a person. We got to get past that as a community.
Well, she
Never.
was under the impression that she was making payments toward a property or something like that. But I get it. And the Great Pill is right. We're all platformed. So what we say has impact, you know?
Right.
It has impact either way. So it is what it is. And we have to, you know, be cognizant
So
of that.
on the spot.
sir.
So you're saying that, for example, me, I shouldn't say anything, and I should keep letting people donate their money and just let it happen. And
I
if they
think it's
get
okay
hit-
to make the distinction. I think it's okay to say, if you talk to her first, but I think it's okay to say, I know that this is a sincere person. I've done
Sorry, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. Sincere my ass. Sincere my ass. Not when it come to my money. No. I beg you differ. Not when it comes to my money.
some due diligence on this particular person, not chocolate. And I personally decided to step back. If you want to invest, I would do my due diligence.
That's
But
fair.
you can make it's fair to make.
No. I wholeheartedly disagree. There's too many red flags. And you know what will happen? Other people will have the similar experience, and then you're going to get blamed for referring them to a fucking scammer. That's what would happen.
Make the distinction, like this person I don't take issue with, but I looked into this person and you might want to look into it too. But I get it. Because now I understand what you're saying. You're saying when
Wait,
people
didn't
come
you just
to you,
send
now you have
that to a lawyer? Didn't you just send that contract to a lawyer?
Oh, listen.
What you
This
read
is-
was
these are
wild.
not these are not my opinions.
Yeah,
Let's
what you
say
read was wild.
what I am saying. These are not my opinion. I like just that statement alone. So on the spot, if somebody in a real estate contract, because we understand how a contract is wrote in the real estate world, right? We
Right.
understand how it works, right? If somebody in a real estate contract, word for word, say personally, I don't like legal advice. You need to, and then just start telling you what the contract means. Is that a red flag, or you think that that's perfectly fine too in a contract?
What I heard is that this does not constitute legal advice, which we have to say because realtors are permitted by law. We are not permitted to give legal advice. It's written into the laws and the licensing.
So we shouldn't be speaking on it.
The contract.
Not
So you tell. So let me give you a little background here, right?
yeah.
I run a mobile notary contract, and we're licensed with titles, and we
Yep.
see packages every single day.
Right,
I have
with
never
title.
saw that. I've never saw someone says this is your payment amount, and I'm not going to tell you how much money what you're buying. The contract doesn't says what she's buying.
To be fair, I understand what you're saying. To be fair, she said there was a parcel number somewhere at the bottom. So
It's
Okay,
like,
but
Carrie Ann just showed how easy you can spot a goddamn parcel number, and how on a real estate site, how these numbers and that information is accessible. What are you talking about? She just showed the difference between that raggedy ass website Mr. Nunn had versus what somebody else put out.
not for nothing. To be fair, there's a lot of speculation going on. Now
Exactly.
we've looked at the actual documents. We've looked at the actual site. You go on the site tell you the pictures is Google Earth photos. It's not even the actual location. These are the facts.
It doesn't
When
tell
you
you.
go, right, it doesn't tell you anything specific to the individual piece of land. is the land landlocked? Nothing. And that was part of the conversation as well. And it was not even clear whether or not roads would be built or there would be access to the property. So it's like one thing I'm gonna let y'all know real quick about Either Man. A lot of people play games in this man's face. This is not a
Facts.
stupid man. This is a man that does a lot of business. This
Facts.
is a man I trust more than anybody else on this platform.
Fuck you.
So
with
if
facts.
my brother looks over something, he has a lawyer look over it, and he says to me, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't even just say to me, no, don't do it. He literally took me through, walked me through bit by bit. Look at this, Robbie. Look at this, Robbie. Look at this, Robbie. And I had no choice but to be like, damn, okay, this is crazy. Because Either Man could tell you, I was pulling for her.
Biggest
I said, don't give up on her. But he's like, I'm not even giving up on her. The person she's doing business with is not right in his act. And then I looked this shit up. And I also called the number and I never got a call back. And I also sent an email and never got a call back. So you can't protect people that don't want to protect themselves. And I could have came out here and said, man, shit, I ain't been saying nothing. Been sitting on quiet. It's not necessary. So what sparked the live today is how you moving, how you handling your business. That ain't got shit to do with me. That's how you handling your business. I would prefer to walk away from the situation and just leave the shit alone. But son's not cleaning the buttermilk. It is what the fuck it is. And at some point, we as Black people got to start telling the truth. This is not 1970s, 1980s, or whatever happened in the house, stay in the house. Because now
Facts.
there's people reaching out to me like, Robbie, I gave my money. What should I do?
And I want to ask Chris. I want to answer Chris' question. My name was on the line because I publicly told that I was going to do it. This whole conversation started publicly on Daryl platform. Rob was asking us certain things, and I had put my name on it. And when I said I was going to do something, everybody was looking at me saying, "Hey, Emmanuel, why you didn't do what you said you was going to do?"
Which is why I came up here and said it's getting messy. Now it's becoming more of a court of public opinion. I
don't know why Great Pill podcast, and I like him, but he trying to play peacemaker and shit. But this is the facts. This is not about public opinion. Ether Man showed facts. He had legal representation that gave a legal opinion. Robbie is very credible. Stop it with this shit. This is not about no goddamn, we trying to hurt somebody's reputation and this and that. The bottom line, she had documents that could not prove a goddamn thing. Ether Man showed that this shit was not done appropriately. His lawyer told him this. This is not based on opinion. It's based on facts. For a fucking piece of land you never even saw. Stop.
Which again, she's not scamming. She is not.
No, nobody's saying
it's coming on good authority. Take a second look at this. It's coming on good authority. Either Man has to pay his lawyer to look over that contract. That wasn't free.
Yep.
So that's not like, hold on, love, one moment. It's not like nobody trying to slight nobody or do nothing dirty. That shit is time. Time is money. It costs people money to do shit like that. And this is letting her know, sis, this is not a good idea. This shit could fuck up your whole entire, your plan, your passion project. And it's going to make other people not want to invest. Because Either Man is right. A lot of people ask me why Either Man didn't invest either. Now I'm in a messed up situation because I'm not telling people why Either Man didn't do whatever. Now I'm in a catch-22. I don't want to be in a catch-22. And I'm still pouring love on Shorty.
There are two. First, I highly recommend whether you're buying agricultural, rural land or an actual home or buildings, please hire a realtor that operates in that location, meaning that city, that county, that town. That's number one. Your realtor is there to help you do your due diligence. So hire a realtor. For most transactions, the cost, not the cost, the commission is paid to the seller, and that is shared with your broker. So some realtors have like a retainer, like an attorney, but many realtors do not. They don't get paid until closing. Two places that you can check now are HomePath, which is through Fannie Mae.
I'll drop the link.
HomePath, HomePath. And if you're looking for rural land specifically, I highly recommend starting at USDA.gov. That's USDA.gov, the Department of Agriculture. Those are two places that you can start to look. But either way, you definitely want to hire a realtor that operates in that location. We are licensed by state. We can't just practice anywhere. So find someone in that location, and hope that's helpful.
Okay, I have this, and this is for this, for the people in the back of the bus, just to ask the basic questions.
My check.
How would that? Yeah, you're good, Chris. How would people go by? That would be one of the avenues, just to go by looking for land, just looking for real estate. So how would they know that person will be credible, just to help them out?
That's the whole point of escrow. See, escrow makes sure that there's no clouds on the title. They make sure escrow responsibility is to make sure that you don't get screwed. Escrow, so say for example, if you have a loan on a piece of land, and on the spot, correct me if I'm wrong, if you have a loan on a piece of land, the only way you would know that they owe money on that land if escrow pull the title, look at it, and it's called a cloud on the title, right? So this is why so many people is getting screwed, is why we put things like escrow into place so people will not get screwed.
All right, I'm gonna stop there. What's up? What's up? Make a change. Make a change. Hello, MAC. Are you there? Okay.
Hey, could you hear me? Could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. What's up?
Sorry about that. I had muted myself.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Any comments?
Did you take a look at the land that she actually said she purchased?
Nobody knows how it looked. That's the problem.
No. I'm saying because I went back and watched one of the streams that she did, and she was showing the land that she supposedly purchased from the website on that end, the land website.
Yes.
That she supposedly bought it from. Take a look at that parcel that she actually purchased, man. That thing is next to like a train track, like out in the desert.
Now, what was the website? Because I looked at that website 2 weeks ago. I haven't looked at it since. Do you
share my? See if I can share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead and share your screen because
hold on.
Because prior to that, nobody could find anything. There were people that couldn't identify it at all.
Because she had shown like a stream.
Yeah, she had shown the website. The part that I saw was she showed a website, but it wasn't her exact location.
Yeah, hold on, because she was talking about it. So let me see if I could share it here. Hold on. Okay. Let me know if you're seeing it.
Okay. I'll pull it up. Okay. You got it.
Is it showing on?
Yeah.
Showing?
I see it.
Okay.
I see it.
Okay. So you see that let me zoom in. So this this red spot.
Right by a railroad track?
Yeah. So if you go in, that's actually a railroad track.
So it's that little triangle right there.
The little triangle.
And that's $1,500.
And if you zoom out, look at the crazy stuff. Where are the roads? How are you getting to that parcel of land?
What the hell?
That's where that is at, dude.
In the middle of nowhere, with no road leading you to anything.
Right.
What the?
Based on what she said in that stream, that's the property that she.
What the hell? See, man, this is crazy. Wait a minute. No, I want you to zoom that in again.
Yeah. I thought it was a highway. It's actually a railroad track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it don't even look that big.
Yeah, I gotta do some research on this because now I'm
Listen, man,
interested.
this is the issue. To me, listen, man, she's getting very defensive. And to me, the reason why I'm saying she's scammed because she took money from We Unlock under false pretenses.
Right.
And I have a problem with that. Not just but because that was, to me, that you being disingenuous about a man you claim you trusted, and he did all these great things, but he couldn't lend you money to go out and you went to We Unlock for money, and then you never paid him back.
Yeah.
So why would anybody want to give you money?
Exactly.
I mean,
my thing is, it seems that she has a dream, or this is a little. She seems to be very naive, you know.
Very naive.
Because I have a friend that he has like a hydroponic system and all of that stuff, and she was talking about solar panels. Just the batteries to run, like let's say she puts together like a house out there, and that's what makes solar panels expensive is the battery backups. The majority of solar panels on houses, they don't have battery backups because that's the expensive part. You know, it's like I guess she was saying she was trying to raise like $30,000 or whatever. I'm like, that's not even scratching the surface to like, you know, I know you see, and now you see where it's at. That's in the desert.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the worst land to try to farm. I don't give a damn how the hydro, whatever it's called, it perfects the technology that's used. There's a far cheaper way to do this. And you don't even have the capital. Why would I lend money to a broke person that doesn't know how to manage money? It's just.
And what was really telling is when that guy was talking to her. See, if I don't know something and I'm around people that know more than me, I'm going to listen. You know, if that guy knows real estate and he's telling you, hey, I got my lawyers and they looked at the stuff and it doesn't look right, is like, why would she get defensive? She seems to be. This whole thing seems a little shady because I have bought.
And this what makes her come off as if she's scamming. That's why he stated either you're in on the scam or you're just woefully naive to this. And I don't think. And to me, when I first saw this, see, I was going to do content on this, but I chose not to. Because at the time, We Unlock was like she not scamming. So I chose not to even deal with it. You know, but I was going to do this 2 weeks ago, but I chose not to. But then I didn't know he lent her money and didn't pay back. See, if I would have known that, then I would have did multiple videos about this.
Yeah,
and that's the reason why I stayed away from it. And so now We Unlock was like, yeah, do the video. You know, he wanted me to drag her, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. Because he really is pissed off right now about her. He is really, really pissed off.
And I heard, I didn't hear the other conversation on eyes, but I think you guys were talking something about the well and septic tank and stuff like that.
Yes,
I don't know if
that's more money too.
Right. So just to give you some idea. So where I live in Florida, right? Like part of the city is on city water and part is on well and septic, right? And I'm on the well and septic, and I'm telling you, it's good. I like the water because we have like this reverse osmosis system like outside of the house and stuff, and that thing is not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Dude, just like last week, my well went out. It's been going good for a while, and it cost me like $2,500. They had to come and pull it out of the ground and do it, and sometimes the well goes dry, and they have to re-drill it. It's not cheap.
No.
You know, so.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have no money.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
she can't even pay her own meals. She ain't even have a place to stay. But you want me to trust you with my money?
See, and that's the thing I don't understand. Where people would that always, people complain about when people say start small. You're not saying start small because you're trying to belittle your idea. You start small. You get the concept. You make sure it could work and then you scale. Why would you think that you could just go out in the middle of nowhere and start a farm? And then when she talks about that, she's going to like feed people. When you have crops, you can't plant everything. you're gonna be able to plant some things, and then when you harvest that, you got to wait months before you could get another harvest. So how is she gonna get in? It's the stuff is just not adding up, man.
Listen, people don't understand how expensive farming is and how a gamble that you're taking.
It is, man.
I grew up in a farming culture, and I've seen people I seen a lot of black farmers lose their ass behind. And matter of fact, that was a lot of, and this is something that has happened from time to time. There was a lot of what do they call it? It's like fraud. Like with farming, that's some type of thing that they would every now and then somebody would get caught with fraud where they were it's some kind of way if they lost money, they can make a claim and get government money. And they had a guy that was planting some type of seed that wasn't even, it was like fake seeds or something like that. And the government found out
that before.
That happened every I would say every 5 to 8 years. Somebody would get caught for planting fake seeds so that they could make a claim to get money from the government. This shit is like, people they don't understand. This is not no easy. We just gonna plant something in the ground and all this is gonna be plentiful and be fruitful and multiple. No, it's not that easy. I'm just sorry, but go ahead, Carrie. And I just wanted to,
Well, yeah, and it was so childlike the way that she thought that. Because, I asked her, how are you going to build a house if you don't have any money? And she said she knew where to get free cement and wood.
What? In America?
And I said in the chat, this was over on Eyes, and I was like, really? Because I thought that there was a construction slowdown because there was a shortage of wood and cement.
There is a shortage of wood.
They've been talking about it for years. It slowed down construction all across the country. Where people want to get houses built and literally cannot, but somewhere where to get this shit for free. She said,
"That's what I'm saying." Tell me where it's at. I'm trying to get my rental up and running right now. If you could tell me where to get free supplies, I'm
if you got
game.
Cement and wood, bitch, we can sell that. Let me tell you, right?
But see, when she say stuff like that, it sounds like you scamming.
No, it's not that. But see, that's why it's so hard because she's so ignorant. That's why I was comparing her to the pink sauce lady, because I'm like, well, who's gonna build this house? And, she kind of obfuscated. And I said, like, where are you going to get the money to build these greenhouses and this hydroponic equipment? Let me tell you something. Actual functioning, not a fantasy, imaginary land, right? But an actual functioning hydroponic system, minimum $30,000. Minimum.
Oh, yeah, it's expensive.
Minimum. And that's not including the maintenance. Even if you had the skill to maintain these on your own, which she doesn't, these things cost thousands of dollars a year. In maintenance. I mean, you're talking about working with water and plastic. This is not, what do you think? This shit just works forever? It doesn't need constant upkeep. I mean, the cleanliness of the water. Where are you even going to get this water? Is the water appropriate? Like, are you going to have to filter this water? The electricity, like all the other things besides wood and cement it takes to build a home. Like, how are you going to get the electricity? Like, what are you talking about? Right. But I noticed something interesting. And Mac, I do hope you investigate this because we know you can get to the bottom of it. But I'm looking here at this website. How do you know which property is hers?
Well,
the reason why I knew that because she showed it because it kind of piqued my interest yesterday.
Yeah, do you know the zip code or the county or something where it is?
You had the parcel number, right?
No, because how I found it is because she had shown it in the video. So then I went back to the site.
Can you show me which? Oh, yeah. Which one is it? Because
hold on. So because she was like, you see, it's marked sold. Go to the sold.
Sold. Go to the sold. Yeah. Okay, I'm in the wrong.
And I think category. It was the one all the way down. Hold on, let me make sure I clicked on it.
Thank you, Matt.
No problem. Yeah, so it's the one in the middle. So all the way, the last row in the middle.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So here, the one that says 0.92, right? And here, this price is different than what's listed on that contract. The contract said 4,800. This says 3,200, 3,300. Did you notice that?
Oh, I didn't see the contract. So, like I said, I'm kind of catching up.
That contract said 48.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, we all saw that, but I thought it was interesting, and maybe T Pre can answer this in the chat. I looked at the about section on this webpage to make sure it was just one agent. There's not like multiple agents here. And I'm just like, what is he a realtor? What is he purporting to be? Because I noticed that he's offering for sale properties in several different states.
Yeah.
I
This
thought
is
he was a
weird,
real
though.
estate broker. I thought he was a broker. That's what I thought, but I mean, could be
This
wrong.
is
So
weird.
can
This is
brokers
very
work in different states? I thought they had licenses. It didn't. I looked
normally
on
you
his-
have to be licensed within the state.
Yes.
That's how I know it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not impossible, right?
No.
But yeah, I wonder of all the properties why she picked this one, and I do wonder why this price is so much cheaper than what she was agreeing to pay in that
Because she
contract.
trusted everything this man said without
And
any.
for the contract, I remember it said it was 0% interest. And that's why I was like,
Is
what do
that
you mean
even
0%
legal?
interest? You're not borrowing anything. Like, what are you borrowing though? You're paying up. Like, why would there be interest if you don't own any? Why would you? Where are you borrowing? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. Because
See,
If
that
it's
the
layaway,
guy tried
why
to
would you
point
be
out.
paying interest?
The guy flat out said his lawyer looked over it and he said this is not legal. And I don't know why everybody
Right.
else, including the real estate agent, like this is not a smear campaign. This man sought and paid for legal advice. Like, you know, he actually spent money to do that. And I've
And
done
not
that.
it would take a lawyer to tell you that if a contract starts with "I don't really like contracts," like
yeah,
like,
that
what?
right there, it's crazy.
That's the end of the conversation.
Yeah. So he tried to do his due diligence. And I'm like, this guy didn't come on here to smear you. This guy come on here to try to warn you to stop doing business with this man.
But
But
that's
you know
not
what?
what she wants to hear. Yeah.
What I find interesting though is I went to the site and under the Learn tab, so there's one a customer testimonial, and it's a black man. So it's
Mhm.
Just
you
real
know,
quick, want to get
is this
man, it was
guy,
deep, man. Like I said, it still seems unbelievable.
you know, is he preying on people that don't, know better? You know,
That's
I
exactly what he's doing.
because I have never heard of you buying a property with a credit card online. It's
Right.
that the whole thing is weird because normally when you buy a property, like they say, you have to do, you go to the, the title company, you sit down and you sign off on the paperwork and stuff. This has piqued my interest. I just need to know what this is all about.
I have never seen no shit like this before in my life.
Me
That's the
neither.
And I've
This
done
is-
real estate stuff, like me personally, stuff that I bought and involved with family. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Every piece of real estate that I've seen people buy and I bought, I went through my bank. I had a realtor, and they handled all. I never did no online stuff, and you can just swipe the card and get some land. I never saw that before in my life.
Because
So I want to say something real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off. Yes, you can be licensed in various states, right?
Okay.
But it's generally around each other. So this guy is supposedly from North Carolina. So why the hell would he be selling property in Arizona and in New Mexico? That throws
That's
up
what
a
I
red
wanted to
flag
ask
to me.
you. Does that make sense, or do I just not know? That doesn't make
It's
sense.
not that it doesn't, because he can legally do it, but it doesn't make sense. Why would he want to do that, right? Like, unless he's scamming people, why? For what reason would he want to be so far away from these properties? That doesn't make sense at all.
Well, can I ask one more question before you hop down and share my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Because Mac showed me Mac showed me her actual property, and I just wanted to be clear on this part. It says that it's $32.99 for a cash discount. That might explain the different prices, right? And so if she's gonna finance it, it says it's 0% interest, but I mean, there's over $1,500 in fees. I mean, there's more than like 50% of the price of this property. You're paying 50% markup, right? And what I don't understand is if she's putting money down and she's paying monthly, shouldn't she have the deed?
Well,
yeah, yes. Number one, the fact that she does not have a deed and that this contract is saying it's a contract for the deed. What? Like, all of that should be together.
You're supposed to already have something.
You should have something. She should be able, let me tell you, she should essentially be able to live on that property right now.
The fact
Yeah,
that
because
she's
if she
paying on it.
can't, it's not a loan. So shouldn't she be
Exactly.
getting the cash price? If she's essentially paying all the money before she gets the property. So why would
Yes.
she be paying a higher fee if she's not getting possession of the property
Because
early?
she's being
Yeah.
scammed.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not missing something there.
Yeah, no, you're not missing anything. She's being scammed. It's clear. And especially the fact, once I realized this dude is in North Carolina, I'm like, what? Like, okay, I could see if he was doing this in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, right? Because those
are
three
close.
states
Yeah.
are close to each other. If he
Right.
was in West Virginia, okay, I would say, okay, maybe Tennessee, right? But why would you be all the way across the country? That's telling me that you definitely, you're not doing, something's not right.
Yeah, and why is he not selling anything in the state where he is?
Exactly.
I mean,
Because he
what
don't want to
does
go
he
to
do?
jail. That's
Yeah,
he a white
Something
man.
is
He don't
off
want to go
there.
to jail, girl. That's why it said.
yeah. Anytime you see a business using a PO box, that's a red flag for.
Yes.
Oh, I
You know,
didn't even
that's
see
not
that.
all the
Please,
time.
flags
please
on
go
this
in on this
website.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, make
They
a change,
pulling
please.
AFW strategies up in this motherfucker.
I also want to know his license number. That's something you can look up. I showed you guys how to do that because I showed you guys my license number and
Yeah.
how you can look that up. And it is public information. If you have anything concerning anything like this, and the fact that he is quote unquote, it's not a loan, but it is a loan, right?
I'm
He
not going
should
to charge
have-
you interest. I'm just going to charge you 50% in fucking fees. I wonder if that's even legal.
I don't think that's
I mean,
that don't sound legal.
He
to me.
should have a MLO license number. He should have a
Do any
license
of us
number.
believe this is really him?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna find out in the system when
I
I
see
get up tomorrow.
I've
I'm gonna look
seen
it
him
up.
on I did a little bit of looking, and he's been on some podcasts and stuff, but nothing popular. So like these, I gotta look because this is piquing my interest
Meg.
just
You
to
be
see.
catching everything.
I'm just trying to figure out how this all works. I'm just
I
curious,
can't believe this is next to a train. Like I just said that earlier, didn't I? I said you got to check this land because even if it's next to a train or something like that, that could cause a problem with the land later on, right? So you want to check into stuff like that beforehand. But first of all, how the hell is she gonna get to the goddamn place? The train gonna take her? Like how's she gonna get water there?
The government
How's
is
she gonna
giving
get
out free
groceries?
planes. No, the government is giving out helicopters to black farmers.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right.
And the thing too is when you buy like rural properties and the city or whatever is not putting lights or water there, if you want to get those utilities, you got to pay to get them to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it can cost
he's
like
on
$20,000,
LinkedIn.
$30,000 just to put electricity and water in just an unincorporated land that's kind of close to the city. But out in the middle of fucking nowhere, I don't think she would have to get some type of like generator or something.
She just need to X this whole plan and get up out of that completely.
Well, she's in too deep.
She's way in too deep.
Yeah.
She refused to listen to anybody.
Right.
She just refuses to listen, and it's like I don't know what else to say. Like, I mean,
And he says, listen to the wording on here. It says, I sell land to investors who are looking for a piece of property to flip or build on.
What the fuck?
That like you're
wrote
selling
that?
land to. Yeah, he's a scammer. He
Yeah,
needs to be in jail. He needs to be in jail.
Dude, if one of my ninth graders wrote that sentence, I'd be like, F.
Girl. I'm gonna look into his name tomorrow. I'm telling you, all I gotta do is pull up the national registry for this. I'm on that registry. I showed you guys that. Anybody that deals in mortgages and real estate and loans is on there. And if he's doing it and he's legit, then he has that number.
Yeah,
and I should be able to look him up by name or by number.
Oh, okay. One more real estate question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there land that's not zoned for anything? Like, is all land available in some type of
like
development, or should
Indian
you be
like
buying
land,
land
owned by reservations and Indians?
Yeah.
Or there's like what do they call
uninhabited land?
Yeah, like wetlands. Wetlands are you can't.
Yeah, I mean, can you do anything to land that's directly next to a train track, or hell no?
No, you can. It could be zoned.
You can.
Yeah, that could be zoned.
Okay.
But but for her, you got to think about this for her, right? She's not in a position to have land like that. She's not an investor, right? Somebody who would be an investor could do something like that because they would have the money to pour into it. And generally, they would be creating a development out of more than just that half an acre. They would take probably all of those acres together and create an entire development out of it. Now, I could see something like that they can build a wall between that train and that neighborhood. There's a whole lot of stuff that could be done, to protect the land. But she's not in a position to do that. And she's certainly not in a position to get. What'd you say?
And I said there's not one single picture of the actual land. And I could just see Matt Nunn now, like, I ain't driving out to the middle of nowhere. She
and my thing is, I'm sorry, man. Just because a man held your little quarters, their little change for 2 years,
why would she allow him to do that? See, that's another question I have, right?
I'm like, you holding. I mean, it was pocket change. It ain't like you had like hundreds of thousands of dollars or something.
But even if he did, right? Even if he did, here's my question. Because I know for a fact that's illegal. Okay, so how the hell are you taking this woman's money? The fact that he took her money and had a contract written with her, which I don't I don't care what the hell is that contract shouldn't exist at all. There should be a deed.
A lawyer to tell me that wasn't legal, right?
Yes, but for sure that it wasn't, right? There should have been a deed in place. That way, that would pretty much tell her, listen, yes, you're paying you. He told you can put this down on this property, but this gives you the ability to start working on this property. So now you can come in here because you're paying for it. You can come in here. You should be able to work and live on that property.
You should be able to sell it.
You can't sell it.
No,
you can't sell it because
I still have a mortgage on my house. I can sell it.
No, hold on. Let me finish. Okay, unless you plan on allowing, you can, okay, so in a case like that, if you plan on allowing somebody to pay it off, yes, right? But you can't just move and then they take over your payments or something. That generally doesn't happen. Right. A lot of times banks don't like to do that.
Yeah, if you sell it, you got to satisfy the mortgage.
You got to satisfy the loan. You got to satisfy the
Well, when I sold the house, I couldn't get any money until I paid off my loan.
Yeah,
but I could sell it.
Right.
I could make a profit selling this house long before I owned it outright.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And so, if you're not doing that isn't that why they call it real estate? Isn't that what makes it real?
Yes,
estate?
exactly. Yes. What she's doing is just making his pockets fat every month, which ain't even making his pockets fat.
But would it even be fraud if this man, let's say he did deals like this with 1,000 naive Black people, he's got all these payments coming in.
It is absolutely
would it even be fraud for him to go out of business and just close his doors?
That's what he's about to do when he's done taking her money.
Yeah, but is it even fraud? Yeah.
Yeah, when he's done taking her money, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna disappear to China. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't already because he already held money on her and told her that he sold that property.
Well, she's not his only victim. And we have no reason to believe he's really in North Carolina or that he even really exists.
Exactly. That's another question. This could be a Nigerian guy. This could be a guy out of Nigeria that put a picture of a white man on a website.
That's what I
thought. And that's the thing, though, because here what happens over here, like where I live, a lot of people buy property like land and stuff, and they're not in the state. And what happened is people would go and resell that land, try to resell it to somebody else. Let me give you an example. So there's a property next to my parents. The family that owns it lives in some other state, right? Well, somebody they resold it to somebody else. And then the family came down and they said, "Oh, let's go check on our land." And they drove up and someone was billing on it. And he was like, "What's going on here?" And they were like, "What are you talking about? We bought this." So stuff like that happens. Yeah. So you don't know if this person owns this property or he's, stuff like, so it's a lot of shady stuff happens.
That's exactly what
you have. Look at how in the middle of nowhere this land is, when the best thing they can tell you is it's 25 fucking minutes to a golf course.
And 23 minutes The
You know,
petrified
maybe
part.
like 1 minute to shopping, 2 minutes to the school, 24 minutes to a golf course. That's how far you are from civilization. And even if she was
And you
talking
got to
about
take
she's
the
going to
train to get there.
deliver. Well, I mean, imagine if you had a business and you're setting up delivery. You're in one of the most least populous areas of the entire country. So how many thousands of miles a month are you going to be driving this imaginary free delivery truck? Like, did you think about that? Or when you say you're going to deliver your cucumbers, bitch, you know what I'm saying?
I guess she using the
Like,
train
how
for
much
that
do you
shit.
think you can get for a truckload of cucumbers? Like, what are you talking about?
Ain't no truck. It's gonna be a train. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's
One of them, you know, they had them things where it would be like a seesaw where the cartoons was like people pushing up and down.
Up and down the train.
I don't think she can afford no gas.
Yeah,
But you know, the crazy thing is,
Especially
though,
out
is
there.
that people, based on the conversation, is people have given her money. They have invested in this. Why would
Yes.
that is the
She calling
crazy
it
thing, though.
donations.
Those are not donations. When she has like written paperwork on money that she has received from people, and when she has a date and time and so forth that she's planning on giving this back, when there's an expectation of that or an expectation of a return, that is an investment. That is not a donation.
Why are you
A
giving me a
donation is
street
when you
view
just
from
take
4
money.
miles away?
Huh?
Is that how far it is to the next street? 4 fucking miles?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And how is this a
man.
neighborhood? Do y'all see a neighborhood? Because I don't see a neighborhood. Do you?
I see desert land. That's what
I
I
don't
see.
see a neighborhood.
And that looks like southern. That looks like, I gotta ask my brother, but that looks like southern Arizona. That doesn't look like the northern part
That's
of
what I'm thinking,
Arizona.
because the land looks so dry. Yeah.
Yes, the northern part of Arizona is a lot more mountainous, and also it's more green.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like southern,
I
like
just
out in the Phoenix area.
I can't believe she's trying to convince people she ran a successful business. And I want to go back to this one more time. If you look at this deal, if she would have just saved the money herself, she could have saved 50% off top.
As a matter of fact, go to the map part where it shows where he has these properties, because it'll tell us whether it's northern Arizona or not, whether
The
he has
sold one
property.
here.
He
Oh, no,
had like this map on there.
these are the ones that are sold. The only one that's been sold. See, that's the other thing I was wondering, is because it said sold, but the only thing I see sold here here it is. So when
Yeah.
you want to see the map, okay.
Okay, so I did see a couple of them. Yes, they're not northern, but they're, yeah, that's not what I was talking about. You can see the green on the map where the greener parts of Arizona are.
Oh yeah, and none of it looks that green to
No,
me.
that's desert land.
Like I said, if you look down here where most people would go to build a farm, it's plenty fucking green.
Exactly.
It's super duper green around here. You know what I'm saying?
Look
But
at the rest of the United States. Like,
you want to be a farmer and you moved here?
Yeah, that didn't make sense. That's what I said.
And what
But
state
look at the
was
rest
she
of the
in?
U.S.
What
Yeah,
state
that's
was she in
not.
before?
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Hey, how's it going? Okay, so the only reason why I came up here is because I'm from Arizona too. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you, you can't farm in Arizona in those places where that he's showing, but those are probably Nigerian scammers. But I'd like to tell you that the place that you guys are showing, that part of Arizona right there,
Mm-hmm.
and then down close to where I'm actually originally from.
Oh, really?
That's owned by the state of Arizona. That's not
What?
owned by anybody. Yeah, that's not that, like that area. Where like it's like dry, because Arizona gets all their water from Colorado. So that area isn't even zoned for people to live out there. It's considered desert land on purpose. That's why people live there.
Somebody just sent me some information on that, Joe, because they were listening to my replay, and they sent me some information on exactly what you're talking about. They said that certain parts of Arizona are owned by the state and nobody can live there.
And then like if you go down towards like where it says Tucson over there, go down, go back down that
Down
way.
south, yeah.
Down south Tucson.
There you go.
Where that little area, and then make it wider. Where it says Wilcox and all that. there is farming down there. Like they think they do like pecans and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But the state of Arizona owns that land too.
Yep.
Wow.
You just confirmed what somebody else sent me in my Instagram.
Do you think
'Cause
that's why
they
he
said
made
the
this
same
point of
thing.
saying he sells to investors so people can't turn around and say, he sold me land I can't live on?
No,
Yeah.
because a real investor wouldn't even pay him any mind.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. No investor is gonna buy property through a cash app. Is that his little way of
And
getting
then-
out of
and then-
anybody
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
you sold me some
then-
land I can't use?
and then like New Mexico is kind of desert. It's desert in a different way. It's green, but it's like a lighter type green. Like they have Palo Verde trees, Aloe Verde. You can't farm on that land. So I don't
Right.
know. It's
Well, see,
nothing
when we
like-
brought that up, that's when she started talking all this bullshit about hydroponics. She wasn't saying that at first. I noticed. So when people was like, what the fuck type of land do they have there? She was like, no, it's going to be hydroponic. And then that's when I was like, do you even have water? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No. So Arizona, a lot of the Greenland use kind of reclaimed water. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but reclaimed water in some areas. So Arizona,
Reclaimed water sound like piss water. Y'all done ran through a bridge.
right.
I'm just telling
Like
you.
you'll see. No, it's true. It's true.
That's what it sound like.
No, it's true. It is what it sounds like. However, like there'll be parts of Arizona where there'll be reclaimed water, and they'll like their golf course uses reclaimed water, but they'll tell you can't drink the water. They just use it
right
for that area. So Arizona really doesn't have their water comes from Colorado. So for her to grow water plants, that would be impossible because
Yeah, why would you go
Even
to
with
a
a greenhouse.
desert to do hydroponic
yeah,
farming?
Arizona has they have they even have this thing where if California runs out of water, Arizona has to kind of allow California to get water before them. It's really weird. But
No, Clark, she has never been to the
boards over
location.
there. Yeah, it's
yeah,
wild.
the water, the Arizona water comes from Colorado. So that's all, Arizona wouldn't have water if it wasn't for Colorado. If something happened in Colorado, Arizona wouldn't have water at all. So yeah,
Sounds like a great place for a water farm.
yeah. I mean, like if she wanted to grow aloe verde and
Or cactus. She can grow cactus.
Yeah, she can grow cactus there. But they pretty much grow on their own. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
No, that's what I told her. She could grow some agave, but I was explaining like the math ain't mathing. Maybe if you had 20 acres, but on a single acre, you're not about to. That's not like.
Now there are people that have like my peoples have gardens out there. You know what I mean? But it's not like they have little small gardens like lemon trees and stuff like that. But it's not. It ain't anything like what she's talking about.
Yeah, you can have those. They have you can have orange trees or those trees that look like oranges, but you can't eat those.
And that's
oranges.
more of a. Is that even considered farming when you have a grove? Like I guess it is still, huh?
I mean, no, because
it's like a grove. That it's a different word.
You can't farm there.
No,
I can't wait till make a change.
Even people's like front yards are dirt.
Yeah, well, their front yards are rocks, and a lot of that area that you guys shown it was like no, they're boulders. They're boulders. Like little rocks.
That's just big dirt.
They're rocks. Yeah,
because my mom's whole yard in the front is all like that's what she likes. She don't have to do anything. She just has rocks in the front. But
yeah, that's how my brother's yard is too.
Yeah. But yeah, she probably gets scammed by some type of Nigerian scammer or something because they do
That's what I'm thinking is happening, and they done slapped a white man's picture on that damn website. Damn shame.
And we all know it probably is a Nigerian, but I just think it's bogus. We keep putting it on them. There's plenty of scammers that come from Brooklyn and Chicago. I mean, they don't do this type of thing,
it could be a Russian scammer. And
It could. We just know it's a scammer. That's all we know. Shit.
Yeah. And
we're AFW when you need them.
That
And,
website
you
was
know,
sus as fuck. I know
but
that.
my question is, I had a couple of questions. What did she do with the money that she got from other people?
She got a
Because
motel.
I
That's
don't
somewhere to
think.
stay.
Let me just tell you this, because I don't think that she gave all the money to this guy here. I think that
No,
she's just using
she
him.
only gave him $500 2 years ago, and then she gave him $99 on September 15th, and well, $98 on September 15th, a dollar September 15th, $98 on September 16th, and then she owes $99 a month for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
I think it's wild that she thinks she can
With
start
no
a business.
deed, and she can't even live on the goddamn land.
Well, I think that she knows that guy is a scammer, and I think that she's taking people's money and she's using it. I think she's just using him as a like,
scapegoat.
yeah, scapegoat. Like,
Mhm.
oh, I gave it to him. She, because I even saw her expressions, like when she was acting all theatrical, like,
Yeah, that was so fake.
oh yeah,
That was ridiculous.
yeah, but I don't know why anybody would give her any money, but
Right.
but
That part
Talking
too.
that blackity black shit.
giving her money is like giving her money was like giving her donations, basically. You
Yeah.
guys are just donate because she was talking about some disabled kids and all this
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, here's
you
the
know,
thing about the donations, right? It would be when you talk about donations, you can't be writing promissory notes to people. You can't be talking. You can't, like, Umar has never written a promissory note to nobody.
Right.
Right? He's not doing that. He's just taking your money. He's saying Cash App, $ FDMG school, whatever. That's it. There's no, I'm going to give you this in exchange. If you pay this, I'm going to give you this. He's not doing that. She
But her-
unfortunately is.
right, but her thing is, I didn't get what I'm supposed to get, so you're not gonna get what you're supposed to get. That's her whole thing.
Yeah, but that ain't, the feds ain't gonna say that shit.
Yeah, but that's
Promissory
not how
notes were
business.
weird
That's not how
because she was
business
trying to.
works.
Yeah.
On one hand, it sounded like a loan because she was going to repay, but then on the other hand, she's promising % of her YouTube page, some dumb shit.
Yeah,
So
all
I
kinds
don't
of
even know
stuff.
if any of those will hold up. I think Joe might be right. I think if anybody tried to take her for court for this, saying it was an investment, those promissory notes didn't make a lick of sense. And people really need to stop getting on the internet claiming that they ran successful businesses. Like, everybody in the audience isn't going to be an idiot, and it's very clear that you don't know anything about business.
About business for
So,
sure.
And that, you
Well,
don't have
I mean,
to
I
have
wouldn't be so quick to. I wouldn't be so quick to like just brush that off when it comes to those promissory notes, right? Because it depends on how many of them. Like, if it's under $10,000, she's not gonna have nothing to worry about. If it's over 10,000, she got a problem.
No,
Period.
because a promissory note is in the contract, and there was no meeting of the mind.
That's
She
what I
might-
was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I
'cause
see what
it
you're
was
saying.
gibberish.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
Yeah.
So the
You're
judge
right
might
about
tell
that.
her she needs to give their money back, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to prove this was an investment. There was nothing that was clear.
Right. It was
Well-
nothing clear. They'll just want to make everybody. They'll just say, "Well, could you give them their money back?" And then she'll say, "Well, I can't because I have disabled children, and I have this, and I have
Shit.
that." And then
Girl,
the judge,
I don't know. We'll
I don't
see
know if
though.
the judge don't want to
The
hear that
judge-
either. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
we'll
you
see.
can't. But it ain't gonna go in federal. This is all civil. This is not federal.
No,
anyway.
if it's $10,000 or more, it is federal.
Well, if
Not
it was
it.
10,000,
You can look this up. I don't have to. I'm not making this
Right,
up. This
but
is
it
not off the
depends-
top of my head.
But it depends on what state it is, and like
No.
I said,
No, that
No.
is federal. But can you prove it was 10K in investment?
That's the
Right.
thing, right? That's
Right,
the
that's
part
what
right
I'm
there.
saying.
They would have to prove that it's 10K or more in investments.
But that
If
was
they
what I'm
can't do
saying,
that,
no.
then she'll be fine.
Right, but there's no meeting of the minds. Like there's no contractual agreement that says, like, what do
We
you
don't
mean?
know that. Well, we don't know
No,
that.
I heard the dumb shit she was saying. She said it was a loan and you could have 5% of my YouTube page. And she
Yes.
might be crazy like a fox.
But what is 5%?
Well, we know
of
she
nothing?
is.
She got a small channel. What the fuck? What 5%?
Well, but see,
of
somebody
nothing?
signed that dumb shit. That's what I'm saying. It's just so
but it's
fucking
their-
stupid.
But it's
Oh,
their
it's a lawyer
fault.
up here, y'all.
It's their fault.
Hey,
It's-
lawyer.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna drop down so y'all can talk because I'm
I got
actually
some more
trying to get
shit to
in
talk.
bed.
Go ahead.
I want to listen though. I'm listening in because this is some crazy shit. This is wild. Like I couldn't believe I seen that damn train tracks
real.
next to this shit. Like
I
that's
can't
crazy.
believe that's train tracks. That's why
I
we didn't
thought it was a highway. We
But I've
Whose
never
brain would even
known
go there? Yeah.
in Arizona. I have never known the houses to be near the
train tracks. Yeah.
that major
Yeah, I only
train
think
that
that in
runs through.
cities.
Yeah, no, well that train that runs through from Tucson to Phoenix, that train, there's no
Mhm.
houses near. There's no houses near those
Well,
trains.
why would
It's
anybody
like
want to
little
build a house next to a
manufacturing.
train?
Yeah,
Unless they want
train.
fucking
Right.
stupid.
Who
Why would
wanna
you
have
want
a
to do
farm
that?
next to a train?
Shaking up your shit. Maybe it'll shake the land so much it'll knock them lemons out the trees for you.
Well,
You ain't gotta till nothing.
you can
It tills itself.
you can live close enough to hear the train, but yeah,
I'm
a
trying to
lot
figure
of
out how she gonna put them greenhouses on a triangle train on a triangle
that's
property
not
any fucking
happening.
way. This is
That's not
I'm over it. All right, I'm listening in. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Darrell, for having me up. Hey,
All
Steph.
right, no problem. What's going on,
All right,
Stephanie? Any
Hey, Steph.
take on things?
Hey, hi
How you
Pri.
doing?
Hi Title. So I did a quick Google search just now, and there are dozens of stories from this year alone telling people not to buy these kind of online. It's basically a scam. Reporting in the news that it's a scam, and warning people that yeah. There's like 6 or 7 in Arizona papers just this year. There's a handful from Utah. There's a handful from New Mexico. So yeah, this is definitely an ongoing problem that they're aware of. They're telling people to beware. If you haven't seen the land, don't buy it. You can't put money down and then pay it out. You know, these are people who are building these websites. They don't own this land, but they're saying it's for sale, right? But they're not authorized to sell it. They don't own it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I found an article because I just out of just curiosity thought like how much of land in Arizona can actually be traded hands is actually privately owned, and it's less than 20% of the state is actually privately owned.
Oh, that's what Joe
Navajo
was just
Nation,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, like the Navajo Nation owns a big chunk of the state, and the BLM owns a big chunk of the state, and you could go there and take pictures and then put it up on a website and say, "Hey, send me money."
That one part that's like towards like Scottsdale that y'all seen that area over there, that's owned by Navajo. I mean, that's owned by Hopi, not Navajo. That's owned by the Hopis people.
Right,
that
and
live
there's a good handful of other nations that own parts of Arizona, but the Navajo is the biggest. I mean, they're a huge landowner. I just threw that one out there, but yeah, that's not the only nation that owns in Arizona. So you know, that's funny that they even listed as Navajo Arizona because they might be giving they might be tipping their hand a little bit. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely a well documented scam in the news, and so it's on the police's radar. It's on the Realtors Association's radar, and apparently there's a lot of people falling for it.
Wow.
Well, I think that she knows now that this is a scam, but so she's taking the scam a little bit further so that she can, either recoup or, she's just using it.
I think
as
she's
part
gonna
of her
disappear offline for in a minute. Once she realizes what, that she's been exposed, I'm expecting that she's not gonna keep answering all these questions because there's just no way to justify this.
No, and I can't comment on what she's doing personally, but I will say that if you're promising something in exchange for money, that is not a donation. That's just not a donation. Now, do I think the feds would ever care about something that doesn't amount to millions of dollars? No, but it wouldn't meet the de minimis. But no, that's not a donation. That's an exchange that makes it not a donation. So yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying the only thing they could probably do is go to their bank, but if they're doing it through Cash App, that's even worse. They can go to the bank and say they were scammed, and they have to prove that it was a scam and all that, and they might be able to recoup their money that way.
Well, I was thinking that's why they're
card.
Well, that's probably why they're doing it through Cash App, because if you did it with Like I was thinking that like anything I bought that was on credit that was like 0% interest when I first bought my house, they all had like automatic deposits available, or you know what I mean, automatic payments. I've never heard of any place. I saw the contract and it was threatening like you have to pay every month by this time through Cash App. And it's just like that sounds like a scam because you could never get that money back.
No, don't ever pay for real estate through Cash App. Don't ever do that. Please don't ever do that. If anybody's listening to this that's not in the sector and just happens across this, if anybody's asking you to pay for real estate with Cash App, don't do it. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Well, you don't do that. You do it through like either a legit. Well, when I got a realtor, like you don't really pay the realtor. The seller actually pays your realtor in most cases anyway. Right. So I don't know why they would be paying for that. And then the other thing is that they have like a secure way to pay. They don't even do it. They don't want Cash Apps. They don't want you to do it through a check. They want you to either do it by a cashier check or like a wire transfer directly, so your bank will know who it's going to. And your bank even tells you if this is fraud, this per blah blah blah,
Right.
So.
Well, I just wanted to I have one more comment, then I'm gonna hop down. So sorry, let me just get in real quick. My Grammy was a farmer, and I think that like even when I was like getting to know this person recently and like they were talking about fancy things they believed that they owned or whatever, and I just remember like I do think it's actually because my Grammy was a farmer that I believe in saving money and not spending it on silly things. And for somebody to be saying that what they want to be is a farmer and they're doing it on a shoestring budget, I think would be difficult. But I don't think there's a farmer, an actual farmer anywhere in the world who would rather have something right now for $5,000 instead of saving their money and getting it for $3,000. I don't believe that that's how anybody even associated with a farming lifestyle thinks about money and time. Especially if you don't even have $5,000 to your name. I don't think any farmer would even consider buying something now they could, that they could have later for a lower price. And that's just the last thing I want to say. Thank you for coming up. And I definitely want to hear more about what Stephanie has to say. Thanks, D. Darrell.
All right. Peace. Appreciate your commentary.
What I was gonna say was, why don't she go through like those subsidies that they offer, especially if you're Black or you want to be a farmer and all that? Why is she not taking that route or going?
Well,
through
she claimed she claimed that there were government grants and things to get, but she never did a due diligence to obtain those funds or go through that process.
She can't go through those process if her credit score is low.
Well, obviously she can't if she can't afford to have a place to live. That's what I'm saying. There's too many red flags. But she was basically homeless. Will Lott gave her the money to keep her afloat, and she basically, don't know what she don't know what she's doing. She basically is bought into whatever this guy is telling her. And she refused to listen to logic from other people.
But what if she knows that the guy is a scammer? And
we don't have I don't have the evidence of that, but that's the only, either she is willfully stupid or she is in on the scam. And we don't have the evidence.
She may not be in on a scam. She may be using this scam to kind of butter her pockets and say, this person, and I believe him, I really do. And you guys, and then everybody feels bad for her because they're telling her he's a scammer. And then she's like, and then next thing you know, she's like, they took me for all my money. Next thing you know, she has a GoFundMe. And
everybody giving her money out of sympathy of what he did. Personally. Right,
because some people will do that. They will get scammed, or they find a scammer, go along with it, and then use that scammer as an example, just to kind of butter their pockets. They've been taken advantage of. but she's acting like she hasn't been taken advantage of. This guy is up to up. She could be playing dumb.
Right, right. There's potential. There are people who are looking at what is her motive. I don't know.
Well, if she's still getting money from people, it's only because, like I've said before, if it ain't her, it's gonna be another person that they fall for, and they're gonna give money to. So
Right. Well, from my understanding, she's still on her channel trying to get money.
right. Well, I hope no one's giving her money.
But she is. That's what I was saying earlier. She's still going around trying to get money. She wants people to donate. She claims she has a 501c3 that nobody can look up, Chocolate Earth Foundation. Nobody can look it up. And, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. She don't have the paperwork to verify anything. Ether Man, actually, that was one of the first things that he was complaining about. It was the fact that she asked for certain paperwork to verify her business or her nonprofit, and she was unable to do so.
Well, if she's homeless, she probably don't have no paperwork.
Exactly.
So
it's basically her coming up with a grandiose idea about doing this for the community, and I'm going to, create this utopia of we're going to live off the land in a Black community, and we're going to do all these things, and she doesn't have anything legit.
So she's just a female version of all those scammers that be on here trying to scam and get us.
It's sounding like that. Well, I know this for a fact. Will Lott gave her over $1,000 and she didn't pay him back. That's a fact. That's not even debatable. He gave her over $1,000 and she didn't pay him back.
Well,
nothing. She didn't give him anything. Yeah.
Darrell, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you? I don't want to say things that may be wrong. You're the mental health professional. Do you think that people who are in the middle of getting scammed, that they may have a mental resistance to admitting it to themselves, and maybe that's why she's carrying on just because it would be right?
Of course they do. Particularly those who have a habitual issue of people taking advantage of her. A lot of that is the heart of a lot of that is low self-esteem. Yeah, that happens all the time. Yes, I do think there could be some potential mental health issues.
What about people that just wants to take shortcuts in life, and it's easier to beg than to
and that's another mental health issue that I'm not going to talk about. There's some symptomology with that too. Yes, particularly in the personality disorder range. Yes, that can be defined as certain things too. Yes. The fact of the matter is that she sounds like a person that has some issues. She has some physical health issues, obviously. She has obviously something mentally is going on with her, that she's not seeing this, she's not perceiving this as she should for a woman her age, and she refuses to listen to anybody with an alternative perspective.
Well,
Yeah,
it's gonna,
that's a
if
problem.
she, but how about this? If she did change gears, then it will stop the whole thing that she's trying to do, and her whole objective is to get money. So if
getting money is her own objective, then she's scamming.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If she goes around and if she turns around and says, "Man, this guy was scamming me. I realize that you guys are right." What she's doing is over. There's nothing, she can't.
And that might
ask
be a
for
hard
money
thing to
for this.
admit.
Yeah.
That might be a hard thing for her to let go if she's really, if she really is. This is her hope and dream. That may be just very hard for her to just admit that it's not going to happen. At least not right now. That may be me being idealistic, but I think I actually knew someone involved in something very similar and it was very hard for them to admit that it's not something they put a lot of their work and identity in, that it become part of their identity, that it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
But
You mean
but see,
that's the
no, but
embarrassment behind this.
but no,
Yeah.
but the telltale signs is that she's homeless. She's having all these financial issues already.
Right.
So how is she able to put all this money into what she's saying that she's doing if she's homeless and she's going through all of that? So my thing is, she saw something, she saw an opportunity, and then she carried on with it, and she's hiding behind the guy of this scammer. So as a fail safe, just in case, you know, if she can't get more money or she can't follow through with what she's telling these people, then she can turn around and say, I was scammed too.
Well, it sounds like that's what she's doing right now.
Right. I think it's very, I think that you guys are giving her too much the benefit of the doubt. I think it is what it is. I think
Right.
she's out here scamming. I think she knows the dude's a scammer. She's playing into it. Her responses, she had that wide mouth open response, like, like, this all I'm just trying to do. I just don't want to be up here. That all, theatrics. That's all,
Right.
because when you ask her for facts and stuff, she doesn't have anything. She just acts like she's overwhelmed by all the questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're ruining her ability to play the victim. They're ruining it for her. So she's going to have to carry this person, this fake scammer, for some time until she can get as much out of it as she can. And then when she can't get as much out of it, she's going to turn around and say, you guys are right. I should have listened to you guys. He was scamming and now I have no money.
Well, I have no sympathy for her because my answer would be people tried to tell you and you refused to listen. So whatever outcomes happen, that's just what happens. That's, you won't get no sympathy from me because people tried to tell her over and over and she refused to listen. Professionals, people who've done this. And so whatever happens, that's on her.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I don't know if she consulted with people in the agricultural field or not, but I'm from
she
the rural
didn't.
South.
She didn't.
Yeah, I'm from the rural South. An acre is a yard. That's a lawn, and
Yeah.
you can't do anything with an acre. I mean, that's just that. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm more sympathetic than Joe is for sure. I feel really. I feel bad for the girl, but for the lady. I just hope that she gets herself extricated from this, because this is. And next time, anybody that's listening, again, word to the wise, Google real estate scam before you decide to purchase any property, because this is well documented. There's tons of articles about this happening in Arizona, and I think she just fell victim to one of them.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Any last words? I think we've kind of got that point across here. Any last words, Joe?
Oh no, this was a good topic. I like.
Yeah. I remember when this first happened. I was going to do a live stream on this, but I decided not to because at the time, Will Locke kept saying she's not a scammer. But see, he didn't disclose until a while, just a few days ago, about that he gave her money. When he gave her money, that's when I looked at it different. And I'm like, I definitely gotta, do content on this because she basically just took his money, And I remember before she even got this far, she was going on platforms saying that she got this big old thing she's trying to do, create this community. We're going to live off the land, off the grid, and all this stuff. And I just need y'all to donate to me and donate to the Chocolate Earth Foundation, and we're going to make this work. And she had people really interested in this, and people donated and gave her money. So any last words?
No, that's it. I mean, just learn from what y'all sees. stop falling for scammers. So
Right.
this is a prime example, but this is a good one because this is a woman doing it. So
Right. Well, appreciate you for coming up.
all right, thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. It was a good one. Appreciate you all for coming up. Our sector does have a lot of professionals. We got lawyers, we got real estate people, we got people who work in the banking industry, we got therapists, teachers. I mean, we have a professional. We have a lot of professionals in this sector. People in tech, and if we're all seeing this a certain way, it's obvious there's something going on wrong. So I appreciate everybody for being here today. I will be going live again probably on Tuesday and Thursday, and then the weekend. Y'all have a great night. Peace.